American Waste Solutions is a local, independent, residential waste hauler for Mobile County and surrounding areas. With over 18 years of experience, we take pride in offering a great service with a great price. Our staff is friendly and reliable, whether on the routes or in the office. This is our hometown. We know the areas that we service and the street on which you live. Set up service today and mention this ad for a free month. Visit AmericanWaste.Solutions, the solution for your waste needs.
Want to stay connected with Cottage Hill Christian Academy? Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Get the latest updates, news, and highlights from our school community right at your fingertips.
This Christmas, come home to Cottage Hill. Join us Sunday morning, December the 14th at 10:30 for our Christmas worship service, filled with music from our kids and preteen choirs, festive treats, and the true spirit of Christmas. And then come back Christmas Eve at 5 p.m. for our beautiful candlelight service, a family-friendly night of worship complete with hot chocolate and maybe even a little snow. Plan your visit at cottagehill.org.
At CHCA, every child is known, loved, and challenged to grow in faith and excellence. Schedule your campus visit today and discover why families choose to call the Hill home. Enrollment information is available at chcacademy.com.
Warrior Nation, mark your calendars. The CHCA Legacy Golf Tournament is set for Friday, March 21st at Magnolia Grove. Grab your friends and join us for a great morning of golf, community, and Warrior pride. Stay tuned for registration and sponsorship details. Make plans now to be part of the Legacy Golf Tournament on March 21st. We will see you there.
Save the date for Giving Tuesday on December 2nd. This year, when you give $150 or more to the Forward Initiative, you'll receive a custom engraved brick, a way to leave a mark of your legacy at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. Mark your calendar, make an impact, and become part of the story that will stand on our campus for years to come.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second round of the Alabama High School Athletic Association High School Football Playoffs, and your home for CHCA Athletics on the Warrior Way Sports Network. Well, we're live from Selma, Alabama, home of the Southside Panthers, and we are nearing 29 minutes away from your CHCA Warriors kicking off in our second ever second round playoff game. This game promises to be an exciting matchup. I'm Chris Brazil, joined by color commentator Mr. Chad Anderson, and our very own communications director, Miss Katie West, is on the board and behind the scenes, and it's great to have you all tuning in with us for Warrior playoff football on this Friday evening. Thank you for joining us on the Pronto Inc. pregame show. We appreciate Sean Smith and all the fine people down at Pronto Pond Stores and his support of CHCA. Mr. Chad Anderson, I know you're excited to be back on the Warrior Way Sports Network for playoff football.
Yes, sir. Round two of the playoffs, man. This has been fun. Our first year doing this, you never know what you're coming into in a season, and to get into the playoffs, and let alone get through the first round and into the second round and get to do this again. I really thought our last game might have been the final game of the season, but yeah, man, it's fun to be out here. Another small town environment. You can tell it's going to be really intense tonight out here.
Absolutely, and it's always a pleasure to have you on the call for our sixth time this season. But every Friday night, Chad, both teams come in with a lot on the line, and what more could be on the line, and trying to go 1-0 and make it to the quarterfinals next week. And our Warriors are looking to continue to hashtag make history and win its first ever second round game. This is the first time in 7 seasons to make it to the second round, and only the second time ever to accomplish this feat. So let's talk about the home team for a second, the Southside Panthers of Selma, Alabama. Southside is more than pretty good and have been perfect thus far, posting an 11-0 record. They come in ranked number 3 in the Alabama Sports Writers Association polls and have an explosive offense led by an 8th grade quarterback who is the head coach's son, and a defense that is just as stingy as us as the Warriors. Historically speaking, this will be the 3rd time that Cottage Hill Christian Academy and Southside have played. Now, the previous 2 meetings didn't go well for us, the Warriors, losing both contests 20-7 and 20-6 in 2012 and 2013, respectively. But before we get to the tail of the tape, of this 3A heavyweight matchup. Chad, tell us how the Warriors got to the second round and recap the first round game versus Wicksburg, since you were on the call as our public address announcer at Charles V. Lang Stadium last week at the Hill.
Yeah, that was one of those fun games, Chris. I mean, for us, we came out and just dominated on both sides of the ball. The offense really got rolling early, and then before you knew it, we had a 14-point first quarter lead, and then followed that up with a 20-point second quarter, giving us a 34-0 lead at halftime. And then at that point, you knew the game was over. The teams had just decided to go ahead and do a running clock at the half, and the second half was just kind of a little bit of back and forth, with Cottage Hill ultimately winning 41-8. Shamar Tootle was just really efficient last week, 15 of 19 passing, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. He also ran for 105. And then the ground game really was dominant overall, 329 yards. Caden Wynn, the bus, led the way with 107. The offensive line just continued its great season. Senior Colt Walter and junior Chase Mose each tallying 5 pancake blocks in terms of the defense being tested. This Southside offense can really move the ball, and they finish drives. This team is averaging 55 points per game this season, going over 60.
Absolutely, and you know, as Chad just last Friday, but on the flip side, the Southside Selma Panthers defeated Dadeville 32-15 in their first round playoffs last Thursday. They played on Thursday night at home. So speaking of that offense that we've been rolling up, and the defense forcing 4 turnovers last week, we had a couple interceptions by Jaden Davis, and then of course one by JJ Davis. But something's got to give tonight, Chad. Something's got to give, offensively or defensively, because the Warriors are averaging 33.4 points a game, and our defense is only allowing 10.6 a game. But on the flip side, as you mentioned, the Panthers offense is averaging 55.3 points a game, and the Panthers defense is only giving up 11.1 points a game. Now, you got to think about Cottage Hill this season in our football program. We're on a 4-game winning streak since losing to Bayside, but during that winning streak, we have outscored the opponents by an average of over 30-7. Now, Southside has rolled through 3A Region 3 up here with that perfect record, and of course they qualified in the playoffs by going 7 overall record of 6-12 since 1966. The Warriors have made 5 playoff appearances with an overall record of 2-4, and we are 0-1 on the road in second round games. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, commercial break, and then we're going to come back. We was able to lineups, followed by some
Warrior athlete with purpose. Thank you for supporting the Warrior Club.
early.
We're leading the Warriors. Coach, exciting day for not only your football program here at Cottage Hill, but our school as a whole as we travel up to Selma for the second round matchup with Southside Selma. So first, let's just talk a little bit about the process that got us to this point. Your third season, 15-16 overall, 2-8, 3-7. And now 10-1, and getting us back into the Alabama Sports Writers Association polls and a prominent team in the state. So just talk a little bit about process for not only this season but over the last 3 years to get to this point.
Yes, it's been a good ride. Just focusing really on the little things is what's gotten us here, from not just the players but the coaches. And when I first started, we had a lot of young guys, and I played a lot of young guys, and they've developed, really learned my system and how I wanted things done on both sides of the ball. And you see us playing hard now, and you see us playing for each other. And it's a great thing.
Yeah, well said. Inexperience has led to experience, and we live in a microwave society almost. Everybody wants instant success. It's been an absolute joy to watch this program grow under your leadership over the last 3 years. Definitely want to talk about this heavyweight matchup tonight between two top 10 teams. Selma, Southside coming in at ranked number 3, us at number 9. I think 3A Region 1 is a tough region. I think Region 1, just in general here in Southwest Alabama, is a great region regardless of classification. But I guess talk about
the magnitude of this matchup, but also how playing Miller in a top 10 matchup and playing Bayside in a top 10 matchup has maybe prepared us tonight for this challenge.
Yes, this will be our third top 10 team that we're playing. I think a few tests as a head coach you like to see is how your team responds to being down, even a loss, how they respond. And we've been in those situations, and the guys have really, really bounced back. I think Southside Selma has a very explosive team, but I think that we match up very well with them, and I think we're also an explosive team. I think it's a really, really good matchup, especially just for week 2 of the playoffs. I think we're one of the games to watch in the state of Alabama.
Absolutely. You just reiterated that point of, being in those situations and how we respond. I keep on coming back to early in the season at Hillcrest, getting that region win up there after being down 13-0 and battling back and winning that game 17-13 on the road in the adversity in which the Warriors faced and so forth. But, I also love the fact that this team is always even keel, never too high, never too low, and I think that's a direct correlation of your leadership and the success that we had or are having this year. Now, you said they were explosive, of course. Now I want to turn the attention to offense and defense. So let's first talk about our offense versus their defense. We're scoring over 33 points a game. They're only giving up 11. So I guess talk a little bit about that. And on this last little bit of winning streak that we've been on since the loss to Bayside in week 8, we're averaging over 30 points a game and only giving up 7. But our offense versus their defense, maybe what you've seen on film or the game plan this evening.
Yeah, Southside is they're going to be athlete versus athlete. They're going to stack the box. They're going to bring it. They're blitzing about 75% of the game, and they're playing man about 85% of the game. So we're going to try to really, really get a hat on the hat. We're going to do a lot of quick game stuff. We feel like we still can run the ball. I think that's been a big key for us. Anytime we've been able to rush for 100 yards as far as Caden win, we've been successful. I really, really love our matchups one-on-one. I'm interested to see if they're going to be able to stay in cover 1 and cover 0 as much as they've been. As far as their offense, they have 2 really explosive players. Kid going to Purdue and another one to Auburn offer, and they have a good young quarterback. He's in the 8th grade, Coach Moody's son. So we're going to try to put a lot of pressure on him early in the game, see if we can get to him and hit him, get him sacked a few times. But we're going to keep them. We're going to stay the main thing, and play our game, and we're going to play fast. And so the kid's not going to think I'm not going to put too much on them. I feel really good about our game plan and our matchups. So we just got to cut the explosive plays out, and I feel good about us with the win.
Well said. As you started talking about their offense versus our defense, but our defense is a little bit more stingier, okay, in regards to that, only giving up 10 a game. So something's got to give. Last week in the win against Wicksburg, we put up over 500 yards of total offense. They score. We don't give up many points. We've been scoring, okay. We don't give up too many points. So something's got to give tonight. I think it comes down to the little things, as you said earlier, the intangible special teams and so forth. But this is going to be an electric night. I keep going back to our warm-up shirts under our pads as make history, and we're doing that tonight. Only the second time, of course, that we have made it to the second round, and a lot of history being made as a 3A football program tonight for Cottage Hill. So I know you're about to get on the bus and so forth. Just talk a little bit about what it's like getting on a bus, traveling that far, having to stop and eat, because, Coach, I'm trying to think. As the head of school, I don't know, have we did that since you have been the head coach, travel
far enough to have to stop to eat. So it's all new to us. But it means a lot, especially the fan base we have and the support system we have from our fans, our families, and the admin. It's just been great to see us grow. And I see the school growing also, just how our fans get an uproar for us when we make a play. And it just really, really, the energy feeds our kids. So, just get out and hit the road tonight and come support the Warriors.
Well said. Well, I know you got a lot to do, get on the road and so forth, but Coach, wishing you luck. We're looking forward to a great night for the blue and gold and continuing to make history, and just thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
National anthem was played during that interview that I had with Coach Jones with an overall record of 15-16, likes his team, and so do Warrior fans. And speaking of the Warrior fans, they're starting to file in here off Highway 80. Great turnout for everybody traveling up 65 north or 43 north or wherever you're coming from the woods and hunting or all places in between. Warrior Nation up here in Selma tonight. But we have 12 returning starters and out of 22 on both sides of the ball, and we've stayed pretty much healthier this year as en route to this second round game tonight. A lot has to do with the depth, 70 guys in the program, 7 through 12, and a limited number of two-way players. So Chad, go ahead, take it off with our starting lineup.
Defensive end is going to be Josh McCants, who's had an excellent season. Starting linebackers core tonight, it's going to be Connor LeSure, number 16. Number 9, Cohen Pete Sims are going to hold down those corner spots. And then at your safeties are going to be Zycast Thomas, number 2, and number 3, J.J. Davis. On offense, at guard 52, Brody Simmons, and at tackle 55, Chase Mose. Starting at tight end tonight, number 8, Caden Wiggins. Starting wide receivers tonight, number 5, Trevor Thomas, number 6, Caleb Metzner, and number 10, Aaron Ward. And then, of course, at running back is going to be the bus 0, Caden Wynn, and quarterback number 4, Shamar Tootle.
That's your offense and defense, but tonight might come down to special teams when we start talking about Mo's long snaps, Travis Smith's holds. Now tell the tape when you have these two heavyweights from 3A Region 3 and then 3A Region 1, which I believe is the best region of all of them, Region 1 in all classifications, 11-0. Points scored, Cottage Hill, your Warriors have scored 367 points, which is 33.4 a game. Southside Selma, they have lit up the scoreboard, and I'll be honest with you, so far during pregame, the scoreboard's been blinking, going in and out, almost reminding us of early in the season we played that first region game at Hillcrest. But they have scored 608 points on the year, averaging 55.3 points a game. Points allowed. Both defenses are stingy. Cottage Hill's given up 117 points all year long. That's a 10.6. 10.6 points a game given up by that Warrior defense led by Coach Jones. Southside Selma's given up 11.1 per game. That's 122 on the year. Opponents' records. Cottage Hill's opponents have a 53-62. Below 500 winning percentage on the year. Southside Selma 46-67. We mentioned the regional records, and both these teams are coming in looking to advance to the quarterfinals next week. And the quarterfinals, the winner of this game will get the winner of Trinity and Glenwood. So let me go and tell Warrior fans listening at home now, if Cottage Hill wins tonight, next week we'll be back at Charles V. Lang Stadium. We'll do it November the 21st. Hosting either Trinity or Glenwood. But Chad, let's go ahead and look, set the scenery and the picture tonight where we're located in Southside Selma.
Yeah, so the stadium is located right next to a 4-lane highway, and you see nothing but brake lights, people coming in, parking attendants working overtime out there trying to get everybody parked. Little late arriving crowd, a little later than I thought it would be. I started to wonder if it was going to be a smaller crowd, but that's clearly not going to be the case based on all the cars that we see out there trying to get parked here at the last minute. It's been rowdy. The energy's been good. A lot of loud music we've gotten to listen to. It's been really neat. You know, coming to these small towns on Friday night, they shut down. Well, playoff football is completely different. It is ratcheted up a level or two. And you get that feeling here now that, with the signs that they have up, talking a little trash to us, and they want this and we want this. And, this is, for me, the most interesting game that we've played so far, because I've watched a little bit of film on Southside, and, man, their offense is just wide open. They have 4 receivers averaging over 20 yards per catch. They as a team, they actually average close to 20 yards a catch. They have a quarterback, an 8th grader, Cole Moody, who I've watched is extremely accurate in the pocket. doesn't step up as much. So that might be something that our coaches can use. He tends to like to break out of the pocket a little bit early. So maybe our coaches have worked on that some. But overall, accurate passer, real high percentage completion rate. They throw a lot of safe passes. They've got a lot of athletes that can make plays in space. So like you said, something's got to give. High-scoring offense, good defense on our end, vice versa. Something's got to give.
Absolutely. You start talking about all these guys from Southside, Selma, and Cottage Hill. There are a lot of college commits on this field tonight, whether that is Southside, Selma has a D lineman that is committed to Purdue. Cottage Hill has a D lineman that's committed to South Alabama. We also have a linebacker that's committed to Auburn and Shadarius Tootle, and I was talking about Caleb Metzner earlier. Also, Southside has a couple UWA, University of West Alabama commits, and also has a young man that's getting interest from Auburn as well. So let me go ahead and set the scene for you a little bit. Cottage Hill's wearing the road whites. That's white on white, Navy helmet, gold warrior head trimmed in the metallic silver. Southside Selma, red tops, black pants, black helmets. Numbers might be a little bit difficult to pick up on the Southside jersey tonight with the red jerseys and the black numbers, but we'll do the best we possibly can. Now, the captains for your Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors. Number 1, senior, Shadarius Tootle. Number 6, senior, Caleb Metzner. Number 64, senior, Colt Walter. And junior, number 55, Chase Mose. They're at midfield. Official is raising his hand, fisting to get them out for the coin toss.
Chris, Shadarius Tootle's obviously one of our very key players, plays that middle linebacker role. He's the Auburn commit. He's just been an absolute beast this year. Sporting a cast on that left arm tonight. Can you give us a little insight on that? Is that going to be a big deal for him, or is that something he's just going to play right through?
Nah, he's been playing with that cast for the last few weeks. Sat out actually the Monroe County game when we traveled. Finished the last few games at home strong with that cast on. He actually did not have that throughout the day-to-day, and he got it off on Monday, but for precautionary reasons, he'll be wearing that tonight, and it's bandaged up and wrapped up real good. As officials checked that out a little bit earlier. But it is getting louder and louder. People are still filing in here, and I cannot say enough about the Cottage Hill faithful that traveled up 65. So as we're broadcasting from the visitor side, we're on the good guys Cottage Hill side this evening in the blue and gold amongst our people. But to my left would be the north, and that's where the Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors are assembled below the H-style goalpost. And to my right, which is that of the south, is where Southside has their banner and a spirit line stretching near that of the 20-yard line. And as Chad mentioned earlier, Highway 80, if you're going up 65 north, right before you get to Montgomery, take a left on Highway 80 and head back to that of your west, and you'll run into Southside Selma. It's 3:38 before kickoff on the clock. The clock is functioning. Play clocks are temporary play clocks that's rolled in both end zones. But at this particular point in time, the officials are still waiting to bring the captains to midfield. But yeah, just overall great night for football. I know we don't have a weather stem up here like we do at home, but can you give us somewhat of a forecast of what to expect tonight here in Selma?
Yeah, they said so. Kickoff we're going to be somewhere around 57. It feels damp, so it actually feels a little colder than that. Not much wind at all to speak of, but it is definitely cold feeling. I walked out of the truck with one layer on, and I now have 3 on. So may have a 4th on before we get too far into this thing. But temperature's probably going to dip down into the high 40s before we're done here. And, of course, that damp feeling is probably not going to leave us here. The grass feels a little wet, but, man, it's a good night for football. The skies are clear, and it's pretty out here.
And as Cottage Hill goes to midfield, shaking hands with Southside, arm in arm, locking arms, you can tell the unity of this team throughout the whole year, and it's displayed right now at midfield in the second round of the playoffs, looking to continue to make history here this season. What a great season it has been. But, Chad, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't want it to end tonight. I want to keep going. I want to be at home next week and see what happens. But we talk about what's the difference in this game tonight. You can go back to the old cliches. Who's going to be able to tackle in space, okay? Who's not going to turn the ball over, or who's going to force turnovers, and, just play hard. And, as we talked to the guys earlier today at the team meal, we was just talking about composure and grit. for the Warriors to have the composure and continue to play with grit.
Chris, Southside has some really good-looking athletes, man. They do it right. They come out of the locker room over here off to our right, and they have a guy, number 1, who looks like a full-grown man, and he's the first person that comes out, and that's on purpose. And they've got good athletes all over the field. This is going to be our biggest test. It's going to be a big test for our offensive line. Offensive line has to protect Shamar Tootle. Offensive line has to run block good and get Caden Wynn going. When Caden Wynn rushes for 100 yards, we win. Then in our lone loss against Bayside, he was held to 35 yards, and so got to run block and pass block.
Absolutely. And after the coin toss, Southside won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. So Cottage Hill would be receiving the opening kickoff. And if you can hear, here comes your Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors onto the field first, led by our cheerleaders who had a top 10 finish at the Alabama High School Athletic Association State Championship. Boy, does those white on whites and those Navy helmets look good under the Selma moonlight as we get going here this evening in Southside, Selma. Southside still yet to come out. 34 seconds on the clock.
Here they come.
And here they come busting through their red banner. And they're running out onto the field, which hopes to be a promising matchup for not only those in attendance this evening, but also those listening at home. It's amazing, Chad, how we got here just shortly after 4 o'clock and how quickly this place filled up within the last 30 minutes, and the excitement. It's like a switch has been flipped, and we're getting ready for the second round of the Alabama High School Athletic Association playoffs.
Yeah, looking over those bleachers on the home side too, tons of cars still parking out there, so I imagine the stadium will fill in even more here in probably that next 10 minutes or so.
4-foot chain link fence all the way around. People starting to line up on that as well. And Cottage Hill is going to get set to receive. They will be traveling south to north or right to left as Southside will be kicking off.
Chris, that's 2 Zycast Thomas and 10 Aaron Ward. They've been returning kicks all year. Aaron Ward is an electric freshman. He's got that second gear when he breaks through. He can take it the distance at any point, so hoping to see a big game out of Zycast Thomas and Aaron Ward getting those hidden special team yards.
Southside comes out to kick. Was originally set on the left hash, moving left to right. Now has transitioned to the right hash. Of course, it seems like we've been watching film because our returners, as you mentioned, and Aaron Ward and Zycast Thomas, their heels are just at the 20-yard line. And the whistle has been blown. And Southside's getting ready to kick off. And they kick it to the sideline, and it went about 10 yards directly out of bounds and maybe up a row or two of the bleachers.
Yeah, our guys were lined up for that. They've clearly seen that on film. That was almost like a really thinly hit onside kick.
We talked about special teams could be a key. No time off the clock and great field position for your Cottage Hill Warriors as they're huddled up, breaking the sidelines from Coach Player, offensive coordinator, who's done a great job this year. And you can already see that Cottage Hill is in that of Southside's territory near the 45-yard line. Great starting field position for this second round contest. Side judge is talking to the chain crew, getting them set away. White cap blows that of the 25-second clock, and Shamar Tootle in the gun motions Aaron Ward out, swings it out to the flat. Ward is there, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Chad, I think that might have been just a lateral, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage there, and Ward gets back, maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Kristen, I think we're probably hitting on maybe 75% of the games this year. Aaron Ward gets the first touch of the game, and it's because he has that ability to take it the distance.
He sets the tone. Here we go, left hash. Warriors looking to the sideline. Got a stack formation. Messner, the lead receiver, Ward behind him. Handoff inside to Wynn. He bangs it around, gets a gain of about 1. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Chris, Cottage Hill's not scared to test that middle. Even if Caden Wynn picks up 2 or 3, you still have to keep testing that middle. That will allow a lot of that screen game and everything else to open up as that defense compresses in.
Getting positive field position. We could be in a 4-down territory here as the Warriors break the huddle, go to the line. It's going to be trips out here to the left with Travis Smith in the slot. Wynn to the right of Shamar. Snaps good, steps back, looks downfield. There's Metzner across the middle on the slant, and he could take it all the way, and it is. That's 6 for Cottage Hill on the big touchdown pass for Shamar Tootle to Caleb Metzner, the South Alabama commit for a 43-yard pitch and catch. Touchdown Warriors, put it on the board, 6-0, 10:40 to go here in the first quarter in Selma.
Yes, Caleb Metzner, we've said it all year, doing what Caleb Metzner does. Just takes a little slip screen, gets right through the defense. Clearly the coaches had scripted that first drive. They saw some things that they wanted to do. Perfect offensive drive for the Warriors.
McGrew comes out, Chase Moe with the snap. Travis Smith the hold is bobbled. Travis Smith calls fire, throws it around. It is picked off. PAT no good. Snap seemed okay. Hold was fumbled a little bit there. Called fire, had the guys released. Travis Smith did a good job scrambling around and, of course, got rid of it. But Cottage Hill, with the failed conversion on the PAT, it's going to be 6-0, 10:40 to go in the first quarter. So, Chad, tell me your initial thoughts, as that was pretty fast-paced. 3 plays on the short side of the field in positive territory after the special team snafu by that of Southside. And then, of course, we did the same there with the point after attempt. But we'll take those 6 points on that pitch and catch from the 15-year-old sophomore quarterback, Shamar Tootle, to Caleb Metzner.
Caleb Metzner is one of our big play guys, man. Get him, get number 10 touches out in space, and they can take it the distance. We've seen it all year long from Caleb Metzner. And it just, the way that those plays were drawn up, it was like the coaching staff almost set that up with that run up the middle on a 2nd and long.
Cottage Hill set to kick off. Once again, our right to left. That's going to be south to north to Southside. McGrew, foot to leather, kicks it deep. Southside has no one there. And this is going to be a touchback for the Warriors. So I'm going to say special teams 2-1 for Cottage Hill. And that is 1 out of 3 for Southside. What a great starting field position for the defense, as you're giving up just 10 points a game and already having Southside having to drive the length of the field to start. Southside's coming out. Red jerseys, black pants, black helmet, 8th grade quarterback. Shifts to tight end and H-back and then motions the outside receiver. Looks like a halfback pass. He's going to throw it up. We got guys there. And here comes a late flag from the back judge. It looks like it's going to be pass interference on Cottage Hill. But Southside coming out right off the bat with a little razzle-dazzle, shifting both that of the tight end and the H-back, and then motioning the receiver. And, of course, well covered, but get a pass interference call right here at midfield.
Yeah, well, so Southside is a very pass-heavy offense. They're going to throw a lot. Man, the good news for us, our secondary has started every game this year, and they're elite in coverage. Jaden Davis was right there at it. That was really a 50-50 call, to be honest with you.
Southside pushes it up to their 35-yard line. Similar formation. They're shifting as well again. Inside handoff. Gain of about 3 for Southside on the inside run after a few motions and shifts prior to. There, it's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for Southside. 10:16 to go. Cottage Hill leading 6-0.
Chris, that's what we do good on defense right there. Our defensive tackles, Josh McCants and A.J. Green, took on that offensive line, and Shadarius Tootle comes in there like a bullet.
Southside set, running back to the left, throwing the deep ball down the left sideline. Incomplete down the left sideline. It's amazing when you watch these guys on film that they're going to throw a lot of vertical balls all night long. And they are great coverage by number 11 there, Nate Sims.
Yeah, that's good to see right there. First play of the game, Jaden Davis step for step on the receiver on the right side. On that play, 11, Nate Sims step for step on the left side.
It's going to bring out a third down, 7 to go, 9:56 to go in the first. Southside's looking to the sideline, 20 on the play clock, gets the snap, looking left, throws the slant across the middle, receiver there for Southside, and he has some quick feet, takes it across that of midfield. That's going to be a first down, Southside, as they move the chains.
Chris, I'm really impressed with Cole Moody, the quarterback for Southside. He's clearly the shortest guy out there on the field as an 8th grader. And, man, he takes the snap and just scans the field like a veteran.
Right here in front of us, Chad, a Southside move pass the 50-yard line. Inside handoff, nothing there by that defensive front of Cottage Hill. Maybe fell just past the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and long for the Panthers.
Good play right there. Number 8, Caden Wiggins, setting that edge and then crashing down. Number 9, Cohen Perea coming in there and cleaning it up. Good job by those two guys.
Southside already on the ball, 25 on the play clock. Tight end right, H-back right, running back to the left of the 8th grade quarterback, throws the vertical ball down the sidelines. It is caught. It is caught. Had a man in coverage there. Great coverage. Safety come over the top, and J.J. Davis. J.J. Davis put a good hit on him, but he hangs on to it. That's a big-time explosive play by Southside on a first down play here and moving those sticks here in the first quarter. 8:40 to go.
Chris, so that's 2 completions over 20 yards. They average about 20 yards per reception, and Cole Moody just able to stand in the pocket. It looks like it's going to have to dial up some pressure from the defense.
8th graders letting that of the running back know in the pistol formation. Inside give. Once again, the Warrior D's there. They're running it on first down. He's getting nowhere. That's number 51. A.J. Green on the play.
Huge hit by A.J. Green right there. Playing really aggressive so far in this first drive.
Big time play. Run's not a problem. Trying some inside runs. They're getting 1, maybe 2 back to the line of scrimmage. It's the explosive plays. Selma's looking to that of the sidelines, getting the signals from the coach, getting into the flow of the game. Looks like they're coming out with trips to the right. 3 receivers to the right. The 5'5", 8th grade quarterback for Selma in the gun. He gets a snap, fakes the inside handoff, pitches it over to the middle of the seam route to the inside receiver. That pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Panthers of Southside.
Great coverage right there. Number 1, Shadarius Tootle, our all-world middle linebacker. That was a little RPO look from Southside. Quarterback held the ball in the running back's belly for just a split second, pulled it and slung it, but thankfully number 1 was standing right there to bat it away.
3rd and 8. Right at the 20-yard line of Cottage Hill. Southside on the move, responding well after the quick score by Cottage Hill in 3 plays. Quarterback drops back, looks like it's a screen, nothing's there. Linemen are downfield, he just throws it out of bounds, trying to set up the screen. I think everybody in that of the stands and on the sideline was hollering a screen on 3rd and 8.
Hey, Chris, there is a flag on the field. You mentioned some linemen were downfield. Looks like the refs are going to talk about this.
Flag on the play. Official talking to Coach Jones here. He's going to decline that. Ineligible receiver downfield. It's going to bring up 4th down. I would assume in down and distance and where Southside's at, they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 8 from the Cottage Hill 20. 7:27 to go. Cottage Hill leads 6-0 after 3 offensive plays, and this is Selma's first offensive series.
Yeah, this is a big play right here. Keeping this offense out of the end zone, man. They average
empty formation. We got trips to the right, twins to the left. Quarterback in the gun by itself. The snap. Good pressure by Metzner. He throws it up. It is picked off by the Warriors. That's Caden Wiggins. He's bumbling, stumbling. He takes it all the way out to the 26-yard line of Southside. And these Cottage Hill Warriors are electric and excited on the sideline. At the end of the play, looks like a flag was thrown, but a big-time play by Cottage Hill.
Yeah, Chris, and that flag looked like it might have been a horse collar. Of course, Coach Jones doesn't look too happy, so maybe not, but it sure looked like there was a horse collar tackle on that, on Caden Wiggins.
That is correct. Yep. Personal foul, horse collar, add another 15 to it. You couldn't have drew it up any better. Cottage Hill forces a 4th down on defense. Great pressure by the South Alabama commit and Caleb Metzner. The 8th grade quarterback was running around, throws it up. The ball was deflected, and Caden Wiggins was there to pick it off and take it into Southside territory. And Cottage Hill, once again, is in business with 7:08 to go, leading 6-0. Play action pass out to Aaron Ward. It's quick. He makes one guy miss. He gets down to the 2-yard line. 2-yard line. Good pitch and catch by Shamar Tootle to Aaron Ward.
Yeah, Cottage Hill's going fast, Chris. This is one of those times when you want to go ahead and take that momentum. They're sending out Shadarius Tootle, number 1.
It's going to be the Warrior formation. Anytime we get inside the 2-yard line, you're going to see this right here. You got Shadarius Tootle. You got Caden Wynn. You got Caleb Metzner. The Warrior formation stopped right at the goal line.
Yeah, that's Caden Wynn trying to get in there in that Warrior package. We went fast on the first 2 plays. It looks like they're going to take their time on this 3rd one. Actually, Chris, it's going to be a timeout Cottage Hill.
Timeout Cottage Hill. We're going to take a quick break. A lot of excitement. 6:14 to go in the first quarter. Cottage Hill leads 6-0 after a big-time pick, knocking on the door to get a 2-possession lead here in Selma. Thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network. Welcome back to Selma, Alabama, where your Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors lead that of Southside Selma Panthers 6-0 with 6:14 to go in the first. Cottage Hill scored on the opening drive, 3 plays. Shamar Tootle to Caleb Metzner after a pick on 4th down by Caden Wiggins and returns it deep into Southside territory. Cottage Hill is on the move with their 3rd play of this series. And as we was getting to the line of scrimmage, the Whitecap has stopped the game here. 6:14 to go. It's going to bring up a 2nd and goal for Cottage Hill near the 2.5-yard line. Warrior package again. Caleb Metzner behind center. He runs it up the middle. This time, Caleb Metzner gets it in. We see the touchdown. There it is. Saw the touchdown there, threw the hands up. Cottage Hill leads 12-0. Caleb Metzner's got a 43-yard receiving touchdown, and he's got a 2-yard rushing touchdown. And Cottage Hill's up 12-0 with 6:06 to go in the first quarter.
Caleb Metzner doing what Caleb Metzner does, scored touchdowns, man. He is the guy.
After the botched PAT on Cottage Hill's first attempt, the only thing that's went wrong for the Warriors tonight, they're coming out, going for 2. They're placing the ball near the right hash, as Shamar Tootle tells the Whitecap, want it near the right hash. We got trips to the right, twins to the left, empty backfield, rolling out to the right. Shamar throws it out, and that is caught in the flats by,
looks like number 3, J.J. Davis.
Number 3, J.J. Davis was over here on the twin side, came in motion, just hit the flats as the protection rolled right, Shamar rolled right, and a pitch and catch. That is J.J. Davis, right?
That's number 3, J.J. Davis. Yeah.
Perfect. 14-0, Cottage Hill, 6:06 to go in Selma. What a start. What a start to the night football game. And we got to get another stop here on defense. I feel a little bit better. Let's get the ball back. The 6 offensive plays, 14 points. Southside tried to convert a 4th down in Cottage Hill territory and threw a pick. Just a good night in Selma so far, Chad.
Well, keep playing, okay? This team averages 55 points per game on the other side, okay? they're not going to stay at 0 forever. So you've got to keep playing, capitalize on this good momentum.
McGrew set to kick it off right to left. That's south to north. Foot to leather. This time returnable by Southside. A little miscommunication. Tries to get it up the middle into the seam, but he is going to be stopped right there near that of the 20-yard line. So this is going to be back-to-back possessions. Us Warriors have forced that of Southside to drive the length of the field. Good starting field position for the Warrior D.
Great job right there. Number 7, Travis Smith. Number 9, Cohen Perea. And man, you know, we don't have time. These games go so fast. We didn't have enough time, but we're going to talk about number 8, Caden Wiggins, and that pick as soon as we get a minute.
He was rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Southside's coming out. 5:57 to go in the first. Cottage Hill leads 14-0. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Play action pass. Hit the seam route up the middle. Another explosive play. 25-yard pitch and catch from the 8th grade quarterback up the seams, going to move the chains. First down, Southside Selma.
Chris, this offense kind of reminds you of this old Ram offense. It's the greatest show on turf, man. They just got guys running free every single play.
Same formation, trips right, one receiver to the left, quarterback drops back. He throws a comebacker, little back shoulder fade. That's going to be caught. That's going to be another big 20-yard completion by the 5'5", 8th grade quarterback, Moody.
And here's the interesting thing, number 12, Jaden Davis, great coverage on that, man. It's just a perfect throw to the sideline, threw it where only his receiver could catch it, and his receiver just falls out of bounds.
You can see there's a lot of continuity between his 8th grader and his receiving core. He's got some good-looking big receivers that can run, but throwing that back shoulder fade right there, picking up 20 was a nice play for that of the Panthers. 26 on the play clock. Moody looking to the sideline to his dad, who was the head coach. Got twins to the right, H-back to the right in the pistol formation. Play action pass, throws it out to that of the H-back, sticks his toe in the ground, makes one guy miss, takes it back up the middle before he's hit hard. Good first down gain for Selma of 8. It's going to bring up second and short.
Number 2, Zycast Thomas coming up to make that hit. You know, we've talked all year about our secondary and how they like to hit. All 4 of those guys will come up and make big hits like that.
Clock's running under 5 minutes here in Selma. Cottage Hill, 2 possessions, 6 offensive plays, up 14-0. Forced a turnover of Southside. Southside on their second series of the night. Moody, quick pass outside, makes one guy miss, goes upfield, maybe close to the first down yardage. It was just 2nd and 2. Yeah, they're going to move the chains. First down, Southside.
Number 1, Shadarius Tootle coming in there and cleaning that up, man. That speed from that middle linebacker spot. He is so good sideline to sideline.
Southside comes out 2-by-2, but in a stack formation. One back behind in the pistol formation. Looks outside. Slot receiver slips down. Pass incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Southside.
Yeah, good coverage right there. Number 9, Cohen Perea slipping out. I mean, our linebackers are having to cover because there's a ton of receivers running free out there. And, again, I just go back to the quarterback for Southside. I talked about watching film on him. He just seems so composed out there. You know, typically when you think about an 8th grader playing a second-round varsity football playoff game, you think his hands would be shaking. Man, he looks cool out there.
Southside to the line, 14 on the play clock. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back in the pistol. He knows where the guy's going to be in the voided hole there. That's going to be another pickup for Southside and a missed tackle, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. Panthers on the board here in the first quarter with 4:06 remaining.
Yeah, just another big hole in the seam there, Chris. And, you know, the defense is going to have to tighten up those routes. I mean, they can run that all night long on us. We're going to have to make a couple of adjustments there.
25-yard pitch and catch from the 8th grader Moody. Southside going for 2, direct snap, almost like a Warrior formation. And they get the 2-point conversion right up the middle. 14-8. Cottage Hill still leads. Cottage Hill is 2 for 2 on offensive possessions. Southside Selma's 1 for 2, and Cottage Hill forced that turnover that you was mentioning earlier, Chad. We got pressure on Southside's opening series, forced the quarterback out of the pocket, throws it up on 4th down, which he felt like he had to do. The ball was deflected, and guess who was there? Caden Wiggins. You've been wanting to talk about it. Now's the time. Talk about it.
I know. Caden Wiggins has just played his heart out all year at that defensive end spot, setting that edge. A lot of times it's a thankless position because you're taking on a tackle, you're setting the edge, hoping to hold those off of those linebackers. Man, he has played hard all year. Played stand-up linebacker for one game. I think it was against Monroe County, and played great. But, man, watching him return that kick, you know that kid wanted to score.
Absolutely proud of Caden and battling there. Now Southside trailing Cottage Hill 14-8. Cottage Hill set to receive. Southside in the same formation as earlier, kicking from the right hash. This time a little bit of different result because now this can be returned by Cass Thomas. It was a line drive kick, and he returns it all the way out to the 45-yard line on the right hash where Cottage Hill is going to start his 3rd offensive possession in great field position. And we need to put it on the board because guess what, Chad, as you was talking about the greatest show on turf, man, this is a track meet. I don't know if we got enough oxygen in our lungs to call this game to rate this goal.
There's still 4 minutes left in the first quarter. You know, we're already looking at double digits on the scoreboard.
14-8, 3:59. Your Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors lead Southside Selma. Cottage Hill comes out, trips left, long receiver to the right, inside gift. And that is Caden Wynn's going to carry it out for about a 5-yard gain right to midfield.
Yeah, and that's what Cottage Hill needs to do. You know, when you have a team that goes up and down the field like this, there's nothing wrong with a nice methodical drive. If you can get Caden Wynn going, open up that little screen play that they like to do. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Power spread offense. Now we're bunching the receivers just a little bit here with twins left, twins right. Shamar's got time. He finds Aaron Ward across the middle on a little shallow route there. Catches it near the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short. Looks like maybe 3rd and 2 in Southside Selma territory at their 47-yard line. Got to get to the 45 here. Wind's coming off. Gavin Maddox in. Interesting formation, quads to the left, one receiver to the right, Shamar by himself. He's getting forced out. He's flushed out of the pocket to the right. He's going to run for a 1st down, and he runs out of bounds after a big pickup of about 9 yards there. Interesting formation, had quads to the left, one receiver to the right. Not real sure what we were going to do there, but Shamar was flushed out really quick. Saw it and picks up 9 yards and moves the chains for the Warriors.
Yeah, the defense was heavy on the left side. Shamar looked up and made a little count and saw that there was only one guy there and took it.
Same thing, quads to the left. I like it. One receiver to the right. No running back. Shamar takes it. Quick pitch out there to Caleb Metzner. Caleb Metzner's got some room. He runs over one guy. He runs over the second guy. Caleb Metzner came to play tonight, folks. That's a big-time 20-yard pickup on the slip screen. And the Warriors are knocking on the door again with 2:56 to go in the first quarter, leading the Panthers 14-8.
Yeah, there you go. Caleb Metzner again, man, and dragging people down the field. You know, he wants it. You can tell. 2 touchdowns already in this game and just dragging defenders on that play.
Cottage Hill inside the red zone here. 1st down. Inside give to Caden Wynn. He is met by the defensive end who crashes down. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 Cottage Hill here in the first quarter in Selma.
Chris, it looks like the Warriors are content to play this track meet style game. You know, we're already up on the line. Very little time between plays right here.
Yes, just 20 on the play clock. Twins left, twins right, ace formation. Wynn runs the bubble, hits Ward across the middle again on that of a shallow route. Tried to cut it off and put his toe in the ground instead of outrunning the guy to the sidelines. But a big pitch and catch there. It's going to bring up 3rd and manageable.
Chris, that's that same little drag route we ran about 3 plays ago to number 10, Aaron Ward. On the last time we played it, made that play, it was a little bit too close to the sideline and pinned him, but that time he had room, just slipped a little bit and went down.
Warriors traveling to the north, our right to left. Looks like about 3rd and 3. It's going to be a flag.
Yeah, it looks like 0. Caden Wynn might have gone a little early there.
Pre-snap penalty on the Warriors, going to back us up to put us back in 3rd and long here. It's going to be a false start on the Warriors.
That's right, Chris. It's going to make it about a 3rd and 11, it looks like, but you got 2 downs to get this.
Third and long for the Warriors here. 2-by-2. Looks like Wynn to the right of Shamar. Caden Wynn goes in motion to the slot. It's going to be 3 to the left, empty backfield. Shamar backpedals. He sees Aaron Ward in the corner route. Oh, just overthrows Ward at the back pylon. Great play call. Great execution. Just came up a little short there. Cottage Hill leading 14-8, facing a 4th down right now near that of Southside's 20-yard line. So 4th and 10. Southside's 20. Cottage Hill leads 14-8. 102 to go in the game. 102 to go in the first quarter.
First quarter.
Feels like we
Feels
had
like the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We got quads to the left again. Single receiver to the right, which is Metzner. Wynn comes back in motion. Shamar pressured, steps up. He is going to be sacked. Sacked on 4th down by the Panthers. Turnover on downs. And you can feel the electricity in this stadium as here we are 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. It feels like we've already played 4 quarters in this high-intense showdown track meet that we got going on, Chad.
Yeah, both teams going so fast we can hardly get the words out. But, yeah, man, it's been fun so far. Our team is playing lights out. Their team is playing lights out. This is exactly what you hope for in a playoff football game. Great
atmosphere. See the smoke from the grill coming across the field. Band's playing for Southside. Southside's coming out here. Trips right. Inside give. Good first down run. That's the first time that we've seen Southside with some success on a running play up the middle. All their yardage has come on the big explosive 20-yard pass plays, but it's going to bring up a 2nd and medium for the Panthers, and they're going quick. Trips left, another inside run, and there is Shadarius Tootle, who met the back right there in the hole. It's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Panthers.
That's 2 consecutive runs up the middle. They run right at number 1, Shadarius Tootle. Of course, he's there to make both of those plays.
28 seconds on the play clock. They're going quick. Trips right. Single receiver to the left. Moody, the 8th grade quarterback, looks over to the sideline. Running back in the pistol formation. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. Cottage Hill leads Southside Selma 14-8 in a very electric first quarter. Better drink a Red Bull or get you some water because this is going to be a fun game. 3 more quarters of this. We're going to take a quick time out. Thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network. Welcome back to the Warrior Way Sports Network here in Selma, Alabama, as we start the second quarter with Cottage Hill leading Southside 14-8. Southside facing a 3rd down on their own 30-yard line. 12 on the play clock, trying to get the play call from the sidelines after we flip the field here. It's going to be twins to the left, H-back to the left, play action pass, throws it out here to the flats. It's going to be enough for the first down right at the stakes. That's going to be first down, Selma. You can see the timing, Chad, on that play, just releasing that H-back into the flats after those twins cleared out in that void. The 8th grade quarterback, Moody, threw it before the H-back was out of his break, right at the first down marker. First down for Southside Selma.
Just a little extension of their running game, for sure.
First and 10, 11:29 to go before the half. Snap's good. There's another vertical ball. This is going to be picked off. This is picked off by Cass Thomas, rolling over the top. We talked to Coach Jones earlier. He said he was going to do some things in the back end of the secondary to disguise some coverages. We knew that ball was going to that of the far sideline. Cass rolls over the top. Ball was overthrown a bit, but right into Cass Thomas's hand. And that's the second turnover and the second interception by the Warrior defense tonight, and it couldn't have happened at a better time.
Yeah, and that's going to be one thing that we have to capitalize on. That was a scripted pass. Quarterback never looked anywhere else but that one receiver on the right side and just let it rip. Zycas Thomas just taking an easy interception there.
Cottage Hill offense already out here. Play clock's already at 15. We got trips to the right. Single receiver to the left, and that is Trevor Thomas. It's going to be a snap to that of Shamar. It looks like Caden Wynn was leading on the QB lead, and that's a good first down run for Cottage Hill. And this power spread attack is going to bring up second and medium, 2nd and 5 here for the Warriors.
Chris, something we saw last week with the offense, there was a couple of drives where we had penalty after penalty after penalty. So far, offense has been extremely clean.
Cottage Hill comes out. Twins to the right, Ward in motion, right to left. Little power stretch play by Shamar, faking the give to Aaron Ward. Shamar Toodle's going to keep it and go up the middle for a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Clock's running, shortening the game a little bit as we keep that clock running. 10-20.
That's not a bad thing if you're Cottage Hill, keeping that offense off the field, letting our defense get just a minute.
3rd and short, 10:09 to go, play clock at 15, and you can hear that PA announcer when he gets 3rd down for the Panthers. Travis Smith in motion, right to left. Quads over there to the left. Quick slip screen again to Messner. Had success earlier. He catches it. Ball's on the ground.
Refs haven't indicated yet, Chris. Southside saying they have it.
4th down. Cottage Hill falls on it.
Yep.
Same slip screen we saw earlier on the big play for Messner. That time, Southside had a little pressure on it. Got a fist in there. Ball was on the ground. Cottage Hill recovers it, but it's going to bring up a 4th down here for the Warriors.
Well, Chris, so far, Cottage Hill has won the hidden yard battle with special teams in the first quarter.
Oh, my goodness.
They reversed
All
it.
of a sudden, we were out there to punt. The white cap and the side judge come together and change the call, reverse the call, and say the fumble was recovered by Southside after the white cap had already said 4th down and our punt team was on the field.
Yeah.
So that is a turnover for Cottage Hill. We forced 2. That's our first one of the night. Southside's going to take over in great field position at the Cottage Hill 39-yard line. Ball's on the right hash, and that play clock's already down to 13 seconds. Looks like Twins right, H-back to the right, 8th grader in the gun. Throws it to that flat route right there that we've seen them go to all night. If it wasn't vertical balls, they were going to find that space in that zone out there in the flats. That's a pickup of near 9 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Panthers.
And they're going to go fast. They've got a big play. They've already got the offensive line set, getting the play call from the coaches over there on their sideline.
Ball on the 30-yard line, right hash, 9:07 to go before halftime. Cottage Hill leads 14-8. Southside, 2-by-2, ace formation, running back to the left. Moody steps back. He steps up now to throw. Throws the ball out of bounds. Flag on the play. It's going to be holding on Southside with their offensive lineman. So we're going to back them up here great pressure by the Warrior D there.
Yeah, 6, Caleb Metzner creating a little bit of havoc in the backfield right there, forcing him to leave the pocket and just slung the ball out of bounds.
Whitecap immediately threw the flag, immediately called the hold. Cottage Hill takes that penalty and backs Southside up to the 40. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Ball still on that right hash. 8:46 to go before half. Cottage Hill still leads 14-8. Two by two, ace formation, running back to the left of the quarterback. Quarterback drops back, finds that flat route. Same receiver, number 17. Big time pickup at 12 yards. First down by the Panthers.
Yeah, we had guys there in coverage, man. It's a good pass. Caleb Metzner at that right defensive end position is winning his one-on-one battle pretty regularly. He's our sack leader, and I expect he's going to make a play here before too long.
Not only sack leader, but second in the nation with 24.5 sacks. Southside goes fast, throws the ball across the middle. Dig route by the slot receiver. That's going to be another big-time pass play by the Panthers of 15 yards. The chains are going to move. It's going to bring up first down, 8:07 to go. And I'm telling you, man, they're going fast, and they like what they see right here in that void in our defense. Snaps there, throwing the fade ball outside. Flag's going to be thrown right there.
Yeah, Nate Sims got a lot of jersey on that play. I think the tempo of the offense really is what caused that. Nate Sims really wasn't quite ready for the play, and number 1 for Southside was over there. It would have possibly been a touchdown, so that's not a bad penalty.
Going to be first down. 7:52 to go after that of the pass interference, half the distance to the goal. Looks like the ball is near the 5-yard line. We got a very obstructed view right here, so we'll give you the best call we possibly can. Heavy formation, direct snap to the running back. We saw this earlier on the 2-point play. They blew the whistle, and after the whistle, the pile wanted to move. That's why you hear a little commotion, but it's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Panthers. 7:33 to go before half as the clock's still running.
Looks like he picked up about 2 yards there, Chris, so it's going to be about the 3-yard line. And again, yeah, that pile just kept moving, but the refs did mark it short.
2nd and goal, looks like from the 3, ball's at midfield. This is a very, very tight formation, almost like our Warrior formation. Moody is not in at quarterback. This would be a direct snap to a running back right here. He's going to go in. He's going to bunch. He's going to try to bump it outside. We had a guy there. He dives, gets it into the end zone. That's just an athlete making a play right there.
It is. Cohen Perea was in perfect position, had his hands on him. Cohen Perea doesn't miss a lot of tackles, man, and that's just a good athlete making a good play. Not much you can do.
Well, Southside ties it up at 14 to 14, 7:03 to go before the half. Last time they went from 2. Now, similar formation that they just scored on, lined up for 2 as well. It's going to be smash mouth football right here. They're going up inside. We have guys there. They fall forward. 2-point conversion is good by the Panthers. They take their first lead of the game. 16-14, 7:03 to go before the half. Southside of Selma takes their first lead of the game.
Yeah, well, so when Cottage Hill went up 14-0, we said, hey, you got to keep playing. These guys are not gonna not score, and you expect this. Hopefully the team understands that this is just their identity and who they are. No big deal, man. Let's go out in there and get it back.
This team, referring to Cottage Hill's face adversity throughout the season in different aspects. I don't think we're going to lay down tonight, because let me tell you something. This is a we got Cass Thomas and Aaron Ward back deep to receive. The game and the pace is going a little fast, Chad.
It sure is, and looks like
5-yard line. Flag comes down.
Chris, that's an interesting strategy on their kickoffs. That's 2 line drives just straight out of bounds, giving us the ball around midfield.
Well, I'll tell you this, Chad, if you hadn't picked up this already, they've kicked off now 3 times. they're kicking to their sideline.
Yeah.
They're not kicking anywhere else. They're kicking to their sideline.
Absolutely are. And our formation shows that our coaches were ready for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Cottage Hill with great field position once again near the 39-yard line. Cottage Hill on their own 39, 7:03 before half, trailing Southside 16-14. Two receivers down here to the right. Fake give to Win inside. A Southside D comes alive. Lost for 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's just a good job by their defensive line right there. Our offensive line, we talked about it. Our offensive line is going to have to pass pro against some pretty big athletes tonight. We can do this. Our offensive line is really good. They just won that battle.
Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. That's Trevor Thomas. Win to the left of Shamar. Shamar Tootle looking for Trevor Thomas down the left sideline. Has some hands. There it is. There's the flag. Thought that was Trevor Thomas. That was Caleb Metzner, 101 out there. Got a little handsy. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the Panthers of Southside.
Well, Chris, they've got guys that can win one-on-one battles at receiver. Well, so do we. Caleb Metzner, I will put him up against anybody in a one-on-one battle. He was free for a minute there. Interference, again, like we said earlier, sometimes it's not a bad penalty. That might have been 6 for 6.
Absolutely.
Looks like they went with holding on that, Chris.
Went with the holding on the defense instead of passing interference because it's going to bring up second and short. Inside give to Win, and there's the ends crashing. And it appears that the ball was also punched out. Defensive end crash, made a good play, met Win in the backfield, ball on the ground, recovered by the Panthers of Southside. So our last 3 offensive possessions: turnover down, fumble, fumble.
Yep.
Turnover downs, lost fumble after starting 14-0, and we got a dogfight here in Selma, Alabama.
And that's what you say. You've got to keep playing, man. These guys are going to keep coming at us.
6:18 to go before the half. Here comes Southside out. Play clock already down to 15. Twins right, H-back right. 8th grader looking down the sideline, throws the vertical ball. Feet get tangled up, and here comes a flag here. This 7-man crew is throwing the flags on the back end. That looked like incidental contact.
It absolutely was. Nate Sims, the receiver, actually backed into Nate Sims looking up at the ball and just backed in over him, and they're going to call this on Nate.
That's a 15-yarder on the Warriors.
Yeah, Nate Sims' body language showed you. That's a tough call on him, man. He's just down there in coverage. The receiver turns around, backs into him, backs him to the ground, and he almost could have called it on the receiver instead of Nate.
Coach Jones and our defensive DB's Coach Everett, you got to tell you guys, keep playing. You just got to keep playing. You just play hard. Inside give by Southside Selma. Catches Cottage Hill asleep. Takes it down to the 1-yard line. Big play there by Southside of a gain of 26 yards down to the 1-yard line. It's going to bring up first and goal from the 1.
Hey, Chris, all the momentum right now on their sideline. You know, we need a big play right here. We need a big stop.
5:47, clock's rolling. Southside leads Cottage Hill 16-14. As we said earlier, very tight formation. That offensive front is just going to try to push across the line. Touchdown, Southside Selma Panthers. Lead Cottage Hill 22-14. 5:30 to go before half.
Chris, that's just that tush-push play that the Eagles run to perfection, and they just got some big guys in there and just pushed him right across the line.
They went for 2. Every score. Let's see if they're going to do it again. They are lining up for 2. Same formation. Direct snap. Tries to run up the middle. This time he is met by number 1, the Auburn commit, Shadarius Tootle. 2-point conversion No good. At Selma, Southside Selma, Selma leads 22-14 over Cottage Hill. 5:30 to go before halftime. We're going to take a break. Thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, we provide a Christ-centered education that prepares students for excellence as lifelong disciples. It is through the Cottage Hill tradition we cultivate authentic relationships and community. We prayerfully partner with families to develop tomorrow's servant leaders today. Find out more about the Warrior Way by visiting chcacademy.com.
At Memorial Stadium on the campus of Southside Selma, where Southside Selma just takes the lead 22-14 over Cottage Hill, 5:30 to go before half. Selma set to kick off. This one is going to stay, it appears to be in bounds, but no, it's going to trickle out. 4 kickoffs by the Panthers. 3 of the 4 have went out of bounds. Every kick has went to their sideline, both in the first quarter and the second quarter. Cottage Hill offense has had great starting field position all night long. And it's not going to change on this possession as they spot the ball on the 35-yard line to that of the far hash.
Hey, this is an important drive. Chris, we don't need to let momentum just completely get away from us here. Let's get a good, slow, methodical drive. Don't have to do anything crazy. It's a one-score game. Yeah, it's a one-score game.
Get points on the board here. Offense comes out. After leading 14-0, Southside scored 22 unanswered. Shamar with a hard count. Looks like Southside jumps offside. No flag. 2-by-2 ace formation. Inside give to Caden Wynn. Met immediately in the backfield for a loss of 1 yard.
Chris, we talked in the pregame that when Caden Wynn rushes for 100 yards, we win. Southside knows that. Their coaches know that. They're pretty committed to stopping that middle run right there. So it's probably going to force us to try to throw some little more screen passes to try to get the ball out.
Trips right, 1 receiver to the left, Wynn to the left of Shamar Tootle. 5:03 to go before half. He steps back looking for the slip screen. There's some contact. Ball's thrown down the field just off the fingertips of Aaron Ward after it appeared to be that Travis Smith was absolutely tackled at midfield and no flag thrown on the play.
He sure was, and that's the second pass from Shamar Tootle just out of the reach of number 10, Aaron Ward. Man, Aaron Ward's fast, and it's hard to overthrow him, and that just shows you how strong Shamar Tootle's arm is.
Think about the young talent in this game. 8th grade quarterback for Southside, 15-year-old sophomore quarterback Shamar Tootle,
Yep.
Aaron Ward, a freshman. Trips right, running back to the right, that's Wynn. He's going to go ahead and line up in quads formation, single receiver to the left. Shamar rolls out to the right, has pressure, finds Aaron Ward, sticks his toe on the ground. He's hitting the sideline. Big time play right there on 3rd down as the Warriors are going to move the sticks. And you can see when Aaron Ward gets in space, that was a great job first by Shamar Tootle, buying time, rolling right, stepping up, finding Ward in that vacated zone. And he hits the sideline, moves the ball in Selma territory. And we are in business, Chad. 1st down, Cottage Hill, right hash on the south side, Selma, 38-yard line.
Yep, get 10 the ball, man. Been saying it all year.
2-by-2 stack formation. Shamar Tootle with a hard count. 17 comes off the edge hard forward, that is Southside Selma.
Chris, that's an incomplete pass, but they're letting it go.
No whistle.
Oh, my goodness. What in the
Ball was 17, came off the edge for Southside hard. Shamar Tootle's arm was going forward as it appeared. The ball came out. Everybody thought that the pass was incomplete. Southside scoops it up and it hits the sideline, and the officials do get it right.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Just called an incomplete pass on 1st down. Man, I am so glad with the 7-man crew they got that call right. brings up a second down for Cottage Hill. But how impressive was 17 off the edge on the speed rush, getting after Shamar Tootle there, coming off that left defensive end position.
He sure was, and we actually took advantage of that 2 plays ago on that quick rush that he had. Boy, that's a big break for us. The refs did get it right. Thankfully, they didn't get it wrong.
2nd and 10 from the 38. Trips left, twins to the right. We got a man open up the seam. That was J.J. Davis up the seam. Could have been called a little hold or pass interference there. It was not. Great play design. Had a guy there just out of his reach there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10, 4:17 to go. Cottage Hill looking to answer Southside Selma score. Southside's leads 22-14, 4:17 to go. Trips left, running back to the right. That looks like Davis. Trevor Thomas by himself down here to the right. There he is, wide open. Caleb Mester across the middle, gets lost in coverage. That's going to be 6, baby. 6 for 6. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night. Caleb Mester, 38-yard touchdown from Shamar Tootle. And the Warriors cut it to 22-20, 4:04 remaining before half.
Caleb Metzner, man, doing what he does. Just takes the little screen, just making plays in space. I will take Caleb Metzner any day of the week.
Big-time player. 3rd touchdown. Cottage Hill's lining up for 2. Try to tie this ball game here. You got trips to the right, motion left to right. That looks like Davis again. This time they're going to throw it back, too. That's Travis Smith. That's Travis Smith. 2-point conversion, good. Cottage Hill tying this thing up in Selma. We got a heavyweight fight, yes, boys and girls. 22-22, 4:04 left before the half. Cottage Hill responds. And I think we just heard the PA announcer from Selma say the same thing. We got a ball game here.
We got a ball game.
2 heavyweights squaring off against each other.
Yeah, and on that drive, man, Shamar Tootle showing off that big arm. Had receivers running free on a couple of verticals, just barely overthrowing them. We can hang with this team, no doubt about it, on offense. That there's no question in my mind. We've got guys running open. If we get that long ball, we're in business.
I love the 2-point conversion down here.
Yes, sir.
Same thing that we scored on the 2-point conversion earlier with J.J. Davis as he motioned left to right, hit the flats. This time, design call, same look. Travis Smith hooks up in the dead area in the zone there, and Shamar Tootle finds him. The ball might have been deflected just a little bit, but Travis Smith showing his athleticism. Also a multi-sport athlete, pretty good baseball player. Cottage Hill ties this thing up at 22 apiece, 4:04 to go before half. McGrew set to kick. He's kicking the highway 80 now, folks. Toe to leather, pooches it to the right. It's fair caught by Southside and juggled a little bit down near the 36-yard line.
Chris, I want to give a little credit where some credit's due. You know, officiating can really affect games, and those officials came together after what was an incomplete pass that was originally thought was a fumble. They came together, they talked about it, and they said, yes, guys, that was an incomplete pass. Good job by them.
Hey, they're doing a great job.
They
7-man crew. Talking with Coach Thomas, our athletic director, a little bit earlier, I think they're coming from 3 different associations represented here. Yep. None from Mobile or Selma, which is great in regards to that. We want the guys and the student athletes to play hard on the field, the coaches to coach hard, and the fans, of course, to play hard, which gives us a great opportunity to talk about Alabama High School Athletics Association. Reminds fans that we all play a role when enjoying high school sports. Be a role model, display good sportsmanship at all times. A public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Southside, 1st and 10 with a snap. Wheel route by the Panthers. Jumps up in triple coverage. 3 Warriors there, but the Southside Panther comes down with it on a big 1st down play.
Incomplete. It's incomplete, Chris. It looks like the ref, White Hat, has waved it off.
They're talking. They have their earpieces in. One says it's a catch. The other one says it's incomplete. They're getting together. The ball is spotted. Cottage Hill's 45, but they come back. That's why we just talked about.
Yep.
having this 7-man crew, they get it right. Incomplete pass, but what a great attempt by the Southside Selma Panther going up high, trying to high point the ball between 3 Warriors. Just did not come down with it.
Yep, Chris, we've changed our defensive linemen up. We normally have 4 down linemen. We've actually switched that to 3 down linemen now, putting Caden Wiggins back in that stand-up linebacker position.
3 down linemen, A.J. Green, Josh McCants, and Caleb Metzner. Mixing up the look, getting pressure. Quarterback steps up. There's LeSueur. Oh, he just gets it off to 17, right up the seam for a 14-yard pickup. It's going to bring up a first down for Southside Selma with 3:28 to go before half. Clock still running.
That's just a good play by their quarterback. He waited. He was patient. A guy came open there in the middle, and he just hit him.
Same thing, 3 down linemen for that of Cottage Hill. Quick screen out to the right. 2 Warriors there. Maybe a gain of 1. That was to the far sideline. That was going back to Southside sideline, which is further away from us. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock's going to be stopped at 3:07.
Yeah, Nate Sims over there, number 11, holding his own over there all year long. We talk about it time and time again, but our secondary guys love to hit, man. They rarely miss tackles. They love to hit hard. I wouldn't want to play against those guys if I was a receiver.
2:50 to go. Now they're winding it. Southside 2-back formation. Going to give a lead play up the middle. Southside falls forward just a little bit for a gain of 1. Maybe mixing up that defensive front by Cottage Hill and going that 3-man front is giving a little wrinkle to that Southside Selma offensive line. But Southside's not in a hurry here. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7. 2:25 to go. This just remind everybody and our listeners that Southside will receive the second half kick as they won the coin toss in the 3rd.
Chris, we talked about it on the way up here. Normally we have 7 in coverage. We've gone with 8 in coverage, been a little more effective against the pass.
Snap to the 8th grade quarterback. He's looking left. He finds the guy up the seam. It picked off! That's Cass Thomas. 2nd interception of the night. He's getting to the far sideline, makes a guy miss, goes out of bounds. We are forcing turnovers tonight in Selma. Big pick, Cass Thomas, 2nd of the night. 1:55 to go before the half. Ball game tied up 22-22. And can the Warriors put one on the board? Before the half.
I'm going to repeat what I just said, man. We've gone to 8 in coverage. It is hard to find a hole in the zone, hard to find a place to put that pass with 8 in coverage. That was another, I'm not going to say easy interception because no interception is easy, but, man, we had guys everywhere back there. There was nowhere for him to go with that ball, and he just forced it in there.
And I'm telling you what, we're getting a lot of pressure with those 3 down linemen. It seems like we're getting more pressure with those 3 than we were with that front 4.
I agree, yep.
So just maybe throwing that little wrinkle that they hadn't seen too much and dropping 8 in coverage. But very good job by the defense, forcing yet another turnover. Cottage Hill comes out, less than 2 minutes to go before the half. Shamar the gun, wind to the left, trips right, throwing the ball deep down here to Travis Smith. Travis Smith was held but still comes down with the football, flexes right here in midfield. First down, Cottage Hill. That's how you start. 1:46 to go before half. Those chains are moved. Travis Smith with a big 2-point conversion earlier comes up with a big corner route right here. Great throw by the sophomore quarterback, Shamar Tootle.
Those routes down the field have been open, Chris.
Southside, hands on their hips, looking around. Snap to Shamar. He's throwing a deep ball to the left side. Penalty on the play. Looks like it's either going to be an offside or false start. False start saying Cottage Hill moved before the snap. We had a one-on-one coverage out there with Metzner, and we was trying to hit pay dirt again, Chad.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we talked about Southside's offense wide open. We're content to play this track meet game, man. We can do it too. We got dudes.
Be nice to get some points here. 1:34 to go before the half. Game tied 22-22. Going to bring up a 1st and 15 for Cottage Hill. Clock's rolling. We got trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Shamar the gun. He's flushed out to the right, looking downfield. Comes back, trying to hit Trevor Thomas as he was working with him. Pass incomplete, out of bounds. Going to bring up 2nd and 15 for Cottage Hill.
Yeah, that result is you're perfectly fine with that, Cottage Hill. You didn't have to use the timeout, clock stop, let you regroup a little bit on 2nd and 15 here. With the way that these receivers are open downfield, 2nd and 15 doesn't feel very insurmountable right now.
Cottage Hill has 2 timeouts remaining, 1:18 to go before the half. Play clock at 20. Cottage Hill out there and trips to the left, bringing in Wiggins at tight end to the right for an extra blocker. Messner's out there. Oh, just overthrown. Big pass by Shamar Tootle. One-on-one coverage with Messner. Continuing to go to that well, coming up just short there. Good play call. I also like that where we also had Wiggins on that backside protecting, bringing that extra guy and that extra beef in there to protect for Shamar and Caden Wiggins. Good job, Caden Wiggins, giving time because Shamar had all the time in the world to allow that double move by Metzner. Metzner's going to come off and get him some H2Os. 3rd and 15, Cottage Hill. 1:09 to go before half. J.J. Davis motions out to the slot, trips to the left, twins to the right. That's the empty backfield. Shamar's flushed out. He's moving around, steps up, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up that 4th down. And Southside's going to burn a timeout with 1 minute remaining. Here in Selma, Cottage Hill, Southside, clash of 2 3A heavyweights, blow for blow. Game tied 22. Thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and be back with you with 1 minute to go before half.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, athletics are more than competition. They're a platform for leadership, character, and faith in action. From the classroom to the playing field, Warrior athletes are learning to glorify God in all they do. Through your partnership, we're creating spaces where young men and women can grow, compete, and lead with purpose. Together, we're not just building facilities, we're building the fields of the future and the lasting legacy of Warrior excellence. Thank you for supporting the Warrior Club. Follow us on social media for updates and events.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium on the campus of Southside High School in Selma. 3A second round matchup between Cottage Hill and the Panthers of Southside. Game is tied at 22. 22-22, 1 minute remaining before half. Cottage Hill facing the 4th down in punt formation. Snaps good. Off the side of Perea's foot. Fielded.
Yeah, that's what you couldn't have. That punt did come off of his foot and really didn't even make the original line of scrimmage.
We talked about special teams earlier. I think both teams have had some positive things special teams wise and also some negative things, but Southside's going to have the short field here with 51 seconds to go before half. Southside's going to take over at the Cottage Hill 39-yard line. Both teams 2 timeouts. 13 seconds on the play clock. This game's going so quick. It's one route. It's a one-on-one route out there. Double move out there on Nathan Sims. It's almost like Chad when they're going to the right to the one single receiver side. Nobody else on the left side does anything for Selma.
Yep,
and that was just backyard football, one-on-one. Great timing. I'm not taking anything away from the 8th grader or the receiver. It was just unique to see. Same thing here. Almost going the same thing. Left side. Receiver goes up and high points the football. 38 seconds to go. That's going to be another 1st down for Southside. They're going quick.
And Chris, we've gone back to 4 down linemen.
9 seconds to go. On the 9-yard line, left hash, 34 seconds. Now throwing the fade ball to the right, back shoulder fade. Just that quick. And 23 seconds, Southside runs 3 plays and takes the lead right before half, 28-22. The PA announcer says they're going for 2 again.
Well, that's all they've done all night.
Calls it before the group's even out there.
He might be the play caller.
28-22. This time they're in the traditional formation, it looks like, instead of that little tush-push formation. Looking to the sidelines, 10 on the play clock. Remember, both teams still has 2 timeouts. Snap. It's going to be a traditional play. 8th grader, one-on-one. Great coverage. Oh, my goodness. Great coverage out there by Jaden Davis.
Excellent
and the
coverage.
flag comes in late. He's going to say he's over the back, but let me tell you something. You can't play a ball better than that. And if I'm Coach Everett, the DB coach, if I'm Coach Jones, I'm saying do that 9 out of 10 times.
Fine. Yep, that was great coverage by Jaden Davis. He was shocked by the call as we are.
It's going to bump it up half the distance here on the 2-point conversion. I imagine they go to the tush push here, Chad.
Yeah, for sure. With that at 1.5 yards, you can just push it on in. Chris, interestingly enough, we went back to the 4-down lineman right there when it was a little bit chaotic and didn't feel like we ever just really got our rhythm on defense there on that drive. Looks like it's going to be a timeout.
Southside, timeout by Southside. 28 seconds to go before half. Of course, Southside just punched it in 3 plays in 23 seconds after the punt by Cottage Hill. Southside had it on Cottage Hill's 39 after the punt. 3 plays later, 23 seconds, touchdown by the Panthers. They lead 28-22. Kind of recapping real quick, Cottage Hill jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Then Southside scored 22 unanswered to take a 22-14 lead. Cottage Hill battled back on the previous drive to go ahead and put it in the end zone to get a 2-point conversion. They tied up at 22. And this is where we're at now, 28-22. Southside leads 28 seconds before the half. Going for 2. This is a 2-point conversion. After the pass interference call, the ball is now placed on the 1.5-yard line. And Southside's been successful for what we'd call the tush push by the Philadelphia Eagles. And they're in the same formation here. Direct snap. They're going to step back and Tebow pass it. He almost had it ran in. He only had 1.5 yards, but he steps back and tries to Tebow pass it, throws it through the H of the crossbar. 2-point conversion, no good. Southside extends the lead to 6, 28-22, and that was a great break there by the Cottage Hill defense.
Yeah, it was, and this is the interesting part of this game. Okay, there's 50 points on the scoreboard. There's been at least 4 or 5 turnovers so far. I don't have the stats in front of me. All of these points are by the offenses. With all those turnovers, these offenses are going up and down the field, man. If you're in Mobile and you're missing this one, I'm sorry. This has been an awesome first half.
Yeah, I would say we're on pace for over 100 tonight, Chad.
For sure.
Could set the school record for most points scored by combined opponents. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. This is going to be an exciting half. It is getting a little chilly out here, in my opinion. And all we've been doing is jumping around, hollering, screaming, and so forth. But we're so grateful for all the listeners out there. Hit us up. Hit Katie West up. Let us know where you're listening from. Give us a chant. Say go Big Blue, something. 28 seconds remaining before half. Southside Selma set to kick south to north. Highway 80's behind that of the Panthers back. It's going to be interesting to see what Cottage Hill is going to elect to do once receiving this kickoff, because I'm going to tell you, there's only been one kick returnable for Cottage Hill. Southside's always going to kick to their sideline, and they do. Almost like an onside. He came off his foot sideways. It wasn't by design, just came off his foot sideways. It's going to be recovered by Cottage Hill. Ball's going to be on the 50-yard line, 25 seconds to go. Coach Jones has got 2 timeouts. Knowing that we're not going to get the ball, coming out in the second half, you got to take a shot right here.
Chris, you got Caleb Metzner running behind the defense most plays. You got to take a shot here, absolutely.
And Messner's going out. It looks like he's going to be on the far sideline. Going to have trips right. Metzner isolated by himself to the Southside Selma sideline. Wind to the left. Hard count. Looked like Southside was coming on the blitz there. Wind goes out to quads. 1 second on the play clock. Coach Jones has got to burn a timeout there before taking the delay of game penalty. Try to go with a hard count, get Southside to jump. They did not. Flip the formation to quads to the right, motion that'll win out, and the play clock was going down. I guess it's a good time out there. You would like to have that if you need to stop the clock a little bit later on here after a couple plays. But it's going to be 1st and 10 right at midfield, right at that Panther logo on the left hash.
Yeah, and you've got time to hit a couple of chunk plays, 25 seconds. We've talked about it in this season. Typically in a pro game, you're talking 4 to 6 seconds on a play. In this, you're talking about more like maybe 8 to 10 seconds or so. So realistically, you have time for about 3 or 4 plays here at the most.
But I know we got trips right here because they're already lined up. That's going to be Trevor Thomas out wide. Travis Smith, he is right on the hash, on the line of scrimmage. Aaron Ward is in the slot. Wynn's going to be to the – Wynn picks up the block. You know who it's going to? It's going to Metzner. Both guys, hands on each other. Ball comes down incomplete.
Caleb Metzner actually doing a good job playing defensive back there. Once he realized he probably wasn't going to catch it, actually batted it away so it wasn't intercepted.
I just got our loyal and true and faithful Jay Moore shooting me a text. I know that game, Jay, 10/30/2015. That was Cottage Hill and St. Luke's most points, both teams in the game, 103, and we're well on our way for that now. So thank you, Jay, for listening. Thank you for chiming in. Cottage Hill's facing a 2nd and 10, 19 seconds to go, trailing 28-22 on the road here at Selma. Shamar with time, hit as he throws. Pass incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 15 seconds remaining before the half.
Yeah, you've got time for one more shot here. See what happens. Then take it to the half if nothing happens. But again, Caleb Metzner has been behind the defense. Aaron Ward on a slip screen might be an interesting play call here. He can take it the distance as well. So we'll see what the coaches decide on 15 seconds left. Ball at midfield.
J.J. Davis enters the game. He's going to be the inside slot receiver to the right here. Cottage Hill's going with an empty backfield. Metzner now flips the field. He is out wide right. Quads right. Trevor Thomas to the left. Tries to hit Aaron Ward in the flats near the first down marker. Pass incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down with 10 seconds remaining before half.
And if you're going to get it to anybody, get Aaron Ward a chance. He tried it. Just, good play by the defensive end there to bat the ball away.
Looks like Coach Jones is deciding here. 4th and 10, ball at midfield. They're going to keep the offense out there. I know Perea had the kicking ball with him, ready to run out there to punt. They talked about it, Coach Jones and Coach Player. I like the call, man.
Like
You're the second round of the playoffs. Yep. It's going to take points to win the game. Don't give up a possession if you don't have to. 3 seconds on the play clock, though. Going to take a delay of game here. Delay of game. Taking that time on the decision cost us 5 yards. But I see Coach Jones and Coach Player telling them to go ahead and roll it. Let's still go for it. 4th and 15 now from our own 45. 10 seconds to go.
Well, what's always in play, too, when you throw it deep right here is a possible pass interference.
Absolutely. Automatic first down if we can get there. 2 by 2. Running back to the left. That's J.J. Davis, and Southside brings the pressure and sacks Shamar Tootle for a loss of 15 on the play.
Yeah, Kristen, there's going to be 6 seconds remaining on the clock, so Southside actually is going to have a chance to take a shot at the end zone now. Ball looks to be spotted around the 34 here, Chris.
It's going to be 6 seconds remaining. The Whitecap did not realize it was 4th down. He was telling them to wind the clock. And the other officials come in and say, no, that's a turnover on downs. So now Southside is going to have the ball at the 30-yard line. Or let me rephrase that. It's going to be, let's see here, 34-yard line, right hash. Should be 6 seconds remaining. The clock is showing 3:01. I know that's incorrect. You're going to have to set that clock, Mr. Whitecap, before we get going here.
Yeah, I believe it was at 6 maybe when the play in. Yep. So probably time for one play here. Not sure if the quarterback has the arm to get it there. He's going to have to throw it about 45 yards in the air. But they could also run an underneath or something and try to make a play here on us.
They're still trying to get the clock situated, but I would tell you, spread the word. If you're not up here in Selma, share the link. Encourage everyone to listen to the second half of this ball game because it's a doozy.
It's been fun. This has been the funnest game we've seen this year.
That's second round of playoffs.
Yeah.
We're talking about playoffs. Playoffs,
Jim
man.
Moore on us.
This is the playoffs. Man, this fifth time in school history.
Yeah.
First time in 7 years. Man, we're in the second round of playoffs, Chad. It should be. So share the link. Come back with us. Join us the second half. I'm going to try to find some hot cocoa or something. All right, they got the clock set. 6 seconds. Cottage Hill trails 28-22. Last play of the half by the Panthers. Here comes the pressure. Quarterback steps up. He's going to throw it in the middle of the field. It's going to be, almost picked off.
Oh, a flag on the play, Chris.
And now a flag comes from the back judge on our sideline where the pass was not even thrown. The ball was thrown in the middle of the field. This is going to be a holding by the back judge on Perea, and the ball was not even thrown in that direction.
20 yards away from where the pass was thrown.
So this is going to be one untimed down for Southside. You want to talk about a bad break. That was a bad beat right there, Chad.
It was. It almost looked like J.J. Davis was going to pick that off. And here we are now. They're going to get one more untimed down. It looks like the ball is somewhere around the 24 or so, Chris, from where we are standing. Yep, 24.
It's hard to see these numbers. The grass has already died out with that big time freeze we had. Numbers are red, trending black. Southside trying to hard count that of Cottage Hill. Doesn't work. Southside's going to burn their last time out, trying to get an additional 5 yards. But yeah, Chad, it looks like the 24-yard line, far right hash, one untimed down. Southside takes a timeout.
Southside is on the move, looking to make something happen on this untimed down.
Yeah, Chris, I don't have to tell you this, but, man, this is a big stop in this game. You don't want to go down 2 scores going into the half. I'm sure that our guys, we have some great safeties sitting back there. I'm sure they're going to be ready for this standing in the end zone. One thing that you think about with mismatches, they have a couple of receivers that are pretty tall, so you would expect them to throw it over there to the side. I think number 17 in particular, number 17, number 1, and they've got them on the right side together. So look for a possible, moon ball if they're to the right side.
Kind of interesting. Just look to my right to the south there on Highway 80. I saw a car traveling at a high rate of speed with that of a state trooper behind them, kind of like this game. This game's going at a high rate of speed.
Oh, it's everything, yeah.
Well, man, what a great, exciting venue here we have in Selma. One untimed down. Cottage Hill trails Southside 28-22. This is the last play before the half.
Jump ball, there it is. Nope.
Throwing the ball out to flash, little hook and ladder. Ball was caught, then pitched on the deck. That's going to end the quarter. We're going to the half. Cottage Hill trails Southside in a track meet, 28-22. That's 50 points scored in the first half. We're on pace to set the school record for most points scored by 2 teams. Electric game. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to try to warm up a little bit with a little cup of cocoa and go to the restroom. We're going to hear a lot of advertisements and so forth, but we'll try to come back here with some halftime stats here momentarily. But share the link, get Warrior Nation to tune in, and let's root our Warriors on to victory as we continue to hashtag make history. Thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, excellence isn't just a goal, it's a legacy. Our graduates have been awarded over $33 million in college scholarships over the past 3 years. Each semester, students are earning hundreds of college credit hours. The top quarter of our students post an average of 29 on the ACT and throw in 49 athletic state championships. This is the Warrior Way. For more information, visit chcacademy.org.
The CHCA Athletic Hall of Fame exists to recognize and honor former athletes, coaches, administrators, and supporters who excelled in their sports or roles, and who brought honor, distinction, and excellence to Cottage Hill Christian Academy both on and off the field. Athletic Hall of Fame nominations for the class of 2015 and 2016 are now open. Help us celebrate the legacy of CHCA athletics by submitting your nomination today at chcacademy.com.
American Waste Solutions is a local, independent, residential waste hauler for Mobile County and surrounding areas. With over 18 years of experience, we take pride in offering a great service with a great price. Our staff is friendly and reliable, whether on the routes or in the office. This is our hometown. We know the areas that we service and the street on which you live. Set up service today and mention this ad for a free month. Visit AmericanWaste.Solutions, the solution for your waste needs.
Want to stay connected with Cottage Hill Christian Academy? Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Get the latest updates, news, and highlights from our school community right at your fingertips.
This Christmas, come home to Cottage Hill. Join us Sunday morning, December the 14th at 10:30 for our Christmas worship service, filled with music from our kids and preteen choirs, festive treats, and the true spirit of Christmas. And then come back Christmas Eve at 5 p.m. for our beautiful candlelight service, a family-friendly night of worship complete with hot chocolate and maybe even a little snow. Plan your visit at cottagehill.org.
At CHCA, every child is known, loved, and challenged to grow in faith and excellence. Schedule your campus visit today and discover why families choose to call the Hill home. Enrollment information is available at chcacademy.com.
Warrior Nation, mark your calendars. The CHCA Legacy Golf Tournament is set for Friday, March 21st at Magnolia Grove. Grab your friends and join us for a great morning of golf, community, and warrior pride. Stay tuned for registration and sponsorship details. Make plans now to be part of the Legacy Golf Tournament on March 21st. We will see you there.
Save the date for Giving Tuesday on December 2nd. This year, when you give $150 or more to the Forward Initiative, you'll receive a custom engraved brick, a way to leave a mark of your legacy at Cottage Hill Christian Academy. Mark your calendar, make an impact, and become part of the story that will stand on our campus for years to come.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, we provide a Christ-centered education that prepares students for excellence as lifelong disciples. It is through the Cottage Hill tradition we cultivate authentic relationships and community. We prayerfully partner with families to develop tomorrow's servant leaders today. Find out more about the Warrior Way by visiting chcacademy.com.
Cottage Hill Christian Academy, athletics are more than competition. They're a platform for leadership, character, and faith in action. From the classroom to the playing field, Warrior athletes are learning to glorify God in all they do. Through your partnership, we're creating spaces where young men and women can grow, compete, and lead with purpose. Together, we're not just building facilities, we're building the fields of the future and the lasting legacy of Warrior excellence. Thank you for supporting the Warrior Club. Follow us on social media for updates and events.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, excellence isn't just a goal, it's a legacy. Our graduates have been awarded over $33 million in college scholarships over the past 3 years. Each semester, students are earning hundreds of college credit hours. The top quarter of our students post an average of 29 on the ACT and throw in 49 athletic state championships. This is the Warrior Way. For more information, visit chcacademy.org.
Well, good evening and welcome back to Selma, Alabama, where your Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors are at the half with the Southside Panthers. Cottage Hill trails 28-22. There's about 2.5 minutes on the clock, but I know the officials have said another 3 before we get going. What we would like to do now is just kind of recap the first half, talk some offensive statistics from both teams, and then give you some scores around the state, especially in the Class 3A. So, Chad, go ahead and talk about Cottage Hill offensively. I know we got out to that 14-0 start, and then, of course, Southside came charging back with 22 unanswered, and then, of course, we were able to get that touchdown pass from Tootle to Messner for 39 yards and that 2-point conversion by Travis Smith to tie it up. But special teams were huge, and Southside was able to capitalize 3 plays, 39 yards in 21 seconds to go up 28-22. But give us some Cottage Hill offensive statistics, buddy.
Yeah, Chris, all year we've been really balanced on offense. When you see 200 yards rushing, you'd see 200 yards passing. But this first half was a little different for us. Shamar Tootle, 10 of 20 attempts in the first half for 171 yards. And then you go to the receiving side. It's pretty much Caleb Metzner's show, 99 yards on 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns. Travis Smith with 26 yards receiving, and then Aaron Ward chipping in 45 there. The big story, I think, for the offense for Cottage Hill has been the inability to run the ball. Really not able to get Caden Wynn going. Only five attempts for 12 yards. And that's not because Caden Wynn is not going. The offensive line has struggled to block up front, but also there's another element. We've had guys running behind the defense, so it seems that Cottage Hill's been a little reluctant to try the run. When you have number 6, 5 yards behind a cornerback, when you have number 10, Aaron Ward, open in the corner of the end zone, when you see that as a play caller, you tend to kind of want to call this play. So Cottage Hill threw the ball 20 times in the first half. You could probably expect that to keep pace throughout this game, and you might see Shamar Tootle upwards of 40 attempts in this game in total as this continues to be a track meet between these two teams. Yeah, that's a great point, Chad. 50 points scored in the first half. Of course, 103 is the total for combined points scored in a Cottage Hill contest. That's the record, and we're on pace for that this evening. But let's talk a little bit about Southside. Southside is as advertised. They're the number 3 ranked team in the nation. Number 3 ranked team in the state for a reason. They're averaging 55 points a game, and they're on that pace now with 28 in the first half. Their 8th grade quarterback, listed at 5'5", was Moody is his name. He is also the head coach's son for Southside. He was 14 for 21, pretty efficient there for 220 yards, but he did throw 3 interceptions. So Cottage Hill did force multiple turnovers in the first half, with 3 of them via the interception there and 2 of them by Cass Thomas. Southside did run the ball for 50 yards. Early in the game was having a very difficult time running the ball. Cottage Hill late in the half went to a 3-man front and dropped 8, which was huge in regards to that and forcing some of those turnovers and so forth. But you said it early on, we came out 14-0 on 6 plays. 3 plays, touchdown score to Metzner. Force that of the interception by Caden Wiggins. Come back 3 plays later, rushing touchdown by Metzner. 14-0 Cottage Hill, and you said, hey, Southside can put up some points, and guess what? They came charging back with 22 unanswered. Here's the deal. This is what we've learned, whether it was watching film or what we saw tonight early on in the first half. Southside's going to kick it off to their sideline each and every time. Sometimes it comes off his foot a little different, goes out of bounds. We were able to return one of those. And then, of course, they have not punted yet. They've went forward on 4th down in positive territory a couple of times. So, real quick, as we're getting ready to start this second half, games of note in 3A. The winner of this game, whether it's Cottage Hill or the Panthers of Southside, will face the winner of Glenwood and Trinity. Glenwood is beating Trinity right now 26-0.
And if the Warriors win, as I mentioned earlier, come back here in the second half, we will be at home facing the winner of that game. Also, our foes from across the bay, Bayside, is rolling up 40-0. We're set, ready to kick off here in the second half. In Selma, McGrew is going to be kicking to the south towards Highway 80 and comes out with an onside kick. Ball's down. Warriors almost recovered it. I love the call. Southside is going to gain possession of it on their own 48, but a very good onside kick attempt by McGrew, and I love the call by being aggressive by Coach Jones and the Warriors there.
The first half was all aggression. Special teams, offense, defense, both teams ultra aggressive. I'm like you. I love to see that start to the second half. I would love to see us come back out in that three-man front, man. When we have 8 in coverage, we gave them fits.
I see 6 out there excited right now. He's going around that front 4 to Wiggins, to A.J. Green, to 8th grader Josh McCants, encouraging them. He's giving a dap right there to Shadarius Tootle. Shadarius Tootle's pointing out what adjustments they're making. And Southside comes out. They ran a trick play to start the game. It looks like they're coming out in a polecat, which would be 3 linemen to the left, 3 linemen there in the center of the field. Some of those individuals are eligible receivers. 17 is one of those 3 linemen in the middle of the field. He's an eligible receiver because he's the end man on the line of scrimmage. Cottage Hill seems like they have communicated that. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's going to be a direct run to the right by that of the running back, which is not Moody. He's going to be forced out of bounds after about a 12-yard gain, but there's going to be a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play never seemed right formation-wise. Seemed like they were very confused, running guys in and off. Not sure if this penalty might be a procedure.
No, it is actually a personal foul on that of Southside. Looks like a blindside block, helmet to helmet. That was the lone outside receiver off the line of scrimmage, motioning in to the polecat formation. Looks like he cracked back on that outside linebacker, which I believe it might have been LeSueur or that of Metzner. I'm not real sure on that edge right there as we was watching the play develop. So that's a great start by the defense.
Yep.
15 yards back, so it's going to bring up a first and 25.
20 yards, Joe.
Southside comes out, traditional formation, 2-by-2, running back to the left. Moody looks to his right, to a good receiver there, and that little vacated seam, gain of about 15 on first down, gets the penalty yardage back. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Man, he gets the ball out on time and on schedule.
He does, and this is kind of one of those fields where you wonder if there's going to be a rush attempt.
Same formation, 2-by-2. Good snap. Moody steps up in the pocket. Good job. Looks downfield. Finds 17 on the seam. He heard the footsteps there of Cass Thomas and does not come up with a catch. Incomplete pass. Good job in recovering. Shadarius, good job of being a 17's hip. Number 2, Cass Thomas coming down to start to lay the wood. 17 hears the footsteps and juggles the football and it comes incomplete. It's going to bring up a big 3rd down, 3rd and 10 for Southside on their opening possession. After winning the toss at 7 o'clock, they deferred to the second half, and this is what we're getting right here, 3rd and 10. Snap to the quarterback. He's going to look to that outside receiver again in that flat route. Just past the sticks. That's going to be a gain of about 15. 3rd and 10. They convert in that vacated void there. It's been their number all night, Chad.
Yeah, it is. They've got a very sophisticated passing offense, and they've got guys finding those open holes.
They're taking those receivers. We're afraid of the deep ball, which that is a threat, and they're just hooking up on the outside receiver there. Back shoulder throw there on a little hitch route, makes one guy miss, takes it all the way down inside the 10-yard line, and just like that, Southside facing a 3rd and 15, 2 big pass plays. They're 1st and goal inside the 10 with 10:19 to go
and they're
in the
going
3rd
fast,
quarter.
Chris. They're capitalizing on this momentum.
Quarterback looking to the sideline. 2 receivers to the right, H-back to the right. Flips it out to the right. on a little swing route. Warriors are there.
A good job right there, Nate Sims and J.J. Davis, like they have all year, combining on that stop. But, man, the defense is on their heels. They really need to stiffen up here.
2nd and goal. The Panthers are traveling north to the scoreboard and to the concession stand there. Ball's on the right hash. Looks like it is close to the 6-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Hadn't seen this too much tonight. H-back to the left. He's going to run a lead to the left. Cottage Hill's there. And that's Metzner coming off the edge with the play.
Yeah, big stop there. Caleb Metzner, Cohen Perea combining on that it actually lost yards on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a little bit longer, maybe call it 3rd and 7 or so.
35 seconds left.
They can pick up a first down, so it's not 3rd and goal. They can pick up a first down, probably right inside the 2 or close to the 1-yard line. Clock's running. It's already down to 8:52 on this opening drive by Southside. The snap. He's looking right. He's looking left. He's forcing pressure. He steps up, throws into the back corner of the end zone. Almost a great one-handed grab by the Panthers. Great attempt there. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Incomplete pass. Good defense right there by Cottage Hill, but almost a miraculous catch by Southside.
Yeah, and Chris, the quarterback is going off the field. We're not sure about their special teams, but I wonder if this could be a field goal attempt as close as they are. It looks like it will be.
They're bringing a new kicking ball out. They're throwing the kicking block out. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted.
He's kicking it from about the 14, Chris.
So this is going to be a 25-yarder if they do kick it. They hadn't tried an extra point tonight. Snap's good. Holds down. The kick is a line drive, and it is through. Wasn't pretty, but it's 3 points. That stretches it out to a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead by Southside, 31-22. 8:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. So we didn't give up 6 or 7 there, Chad, or 6, 7, or 8, however you want to say it. But we did give up 3. It wasn't pretty by Southside, but it was a 25-yard field goal.
Sure, and if you're the Warriors, man, you got to stay patient. There's 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. There's no need to panic. There's no need to try to do anything that's out of your element or anything like that. Our defense can stop these guys. We turned them over 3 or 4 times in the first half, and our defense can make stops. So stay patient, run the offense. Let's go down here and get those points back.
31-22, Southside leads Cottage Hill. 8:36 to go in the 3rd. Southside set to kick off. They're going to be kicking away from Highway 80 to that of the concession stand and scoreboard. Ball is on the left hash. We assume they will kick to their sideline as they've done all night, and they do. And it does go out of bounds. Flag on the play, of course. Kick out of bounds. There's only been one returnable kick, and Cass Thomas took it back out to midfield. And trust me, Southside's kicked off a lot tonight.
They sure have, Chris, and it almost looks sometimes like they're hoping that ball will check up or stop slow. That one was close. Travis Smith was over there. Had that ball not kept rolling, he would have had to fall on it.
Ball's going to be on the 35-yard line. Cottage Hill's on 35, left hash, driving towards Highway 80, which is to the south. They're going north to south or left to right. Cottage Hill comes out, trips right, wins to the left. He's going to motion out to the right to force quads. And Metzner isolated to the left. He runs a slant route. I think the corner jumped the slant route. Where's the flag?
No flag.
Yep. They're going to say great defensive play.
Yep.
I like the play call, isolating Metzner's there.
Play call's great, man. Let your player go make a play. Again, you just don't want to get impatient here. Run your offense, run your plays like you have all year, and let's move the ball down the field.
It's going to be 2nd and 10, Cottage Hill. Looks like Southside jumped early. 17 coming off the edge. He is a tremendous player for the Panthers. It's going to be all sides on the defense. We're going to get 5 back there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5, which is a lot more manageable and staying on schedule because, as you said earlier, Chad, we just need points here.
We just need points. Run the offense. We've been unable to run block this so far in the middle for Caden Wynn. So a lot of the extension of the run game is the outside pass, so just stick with what you got.
2nd and 5, 8:28 to go in the third. Cottage Hill trails by 9. Snap to Shamar. Pop pass to Aaron Ward. He's trying to get to the edge, and Southside's there. Number 17. Back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Cottage Hill.
Yep, still manageable. 3rd and 5. Don't have to try to do anything crazy here. Aaron Ward has been open on that little drag route. Would love to see him come free with the ball in his hands, of course.
Southside with that 50 front right here. 5 down linemen, 2 in the box. J.J. Davis motions out to the quads. There's quads left. Throw a middle screen to J.J. Davis. He makes 1 guy miss. He makes 2 guy miss. Big time play. Shamar to a little Texas route to J.J. Davis across midfield into Southside Selma territory, down to their 46-yard line.
Boy, Chris, all year when you need a play, J.J. Davis, man.
Got a lot of weapons here by the Warriors. So we're going to run trips left, 1 receiver down here to the right. That's Trevor Thomas. Shamar drops back, looks over the middle, tries to squeeze it in to Metzner. Man, there's some coverage there. There's a lot of body banging going across there. No flag, incomplete pass, going to bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what I'm starting to see a lot out of their secondary, too, is a lot of talking. Boy, when he batted that ball down, he got right in Caleb's face. Caleb's not backing down, man.
Selma coming back out. 2 overhang defensive ends, 3 down linemen. Got 2 in the box. Let's see what Cottage Hill is going to come out here formation-wise on that 2nd and 10. Looks like an H-back to the right. Looks like LeSueur. Caden Wynn to the right. Looks like trying to run a little power counter play. Southside's having none of it. Actually loses yardage. It's going to bring up 3rd and double stakes there, 3rd and 12.
This goes back to what we talked about in pregame. When Caden Wynn rushes for 100, we win every single time, and Southside knows that. And they have sold out to stop that run. They are not going to allow that middle of that field to soften up.
So 3rd and double stakes here, 23 on the play clock, 6:45 on the game clock in the 3rd. It's going to be trips right, 1 receiver to the left. We got Metzner, Travis Smith, and Aaron Ward down here. Wynn's going to join them. Southside says Cottage Hill jumps. There is a flag on the play. False start on Cottage Hill. Just going to back them up 5 more. We're going to say 4th and 18 here. Fourth and 18, 17 on the play clock. Oh, 3rd. I'm sorry, 3rd and 18. My apologies.
They had a player fall down out there, Chris.
Southside player is down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. There was no contact. There was no play going. He just kind of threw himself on the ground there. I hope the young man's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he might be cramping there.
Yep, leg cramps.
He's going to pop up, get off the field. A nice built-in timeout there for Southside. This gives us a great opportunity. In Alabama, high school sports is a tradition, whether at home or on the road. Make our schools, our communities, and our students proud by being a supportive fan. We're counting on you to continue our high school traditions. This is a public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association.
Well done, sir.
3rd and 18, here we go. 6:14 to go, 3rd quarter. 2-by-2 formation. That's 4 wide receivers. Wynn stepping up, protecting Shamar. He's throwing downfield to Caleb Metzner. It's a jump ball. It's 50-50. Metzner seems like he came down with it.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
Caleb Metzner goes up over over the corner. Safety's coming over. He goes up over 2 guys, makes a big-time play for a big-time gain of 40 yards down inside that of Southside Selma territory near the 20-yard line.
Chris, that was a classic Moss by Caleb Metzner. If you're not familiar with that, it's when a receiver kind of goes over the top of the defensive backs and just takes it from him. But you said in game 1, I wasn't as familiar with Caleb Metzner as you were, and you said, I promise you, throwing the ball up to Caleb Metzner is not 50-50.
That's right.
And that just proved it. That's a big play by this offense. So 3rd and long, momentum is a concern. You're down 2 possessions at this point. To convert that is a big deal for this offense, man. Now we're inside the red zone here.
Got a player down. Joy Krause is out there, not real sure. That's a Southside Selma player. This gives us the opportunity to thank Guff Orthopedic, the great people, Dr. Lane, Dr. Travis Bowen, who is a valedictorian, an alumnus of Cottage Hill Christian Academy. The only valedictorian I was able to coach there, Katie West. But he is our team physician. He's on the sideline. We just appreciate our partnership with Guff Orthopedic. Last week, the first round playoff game, we had Leanne Fleming there, Joy Krause, Dr. Bowen. Was able to take a great photo with them. Well, Katie, we need to post that photo on our athletics page just to make sure Guff Ortho knows how much we appreciate the service that they provide to Warrior Athletics. Big first down, inside the 20, inside the red zone. Cottage Hill on the move. Bad snap. We was in a Warrior formation. Direct snap to Aaron Ward. Snap was a little errant, and the Warriors are going backwards there, losing 15 yards on the play, all the way back to the Southside 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's a mistake that you can't have. It also looks like Aaron Ward's down, Chris. I'm not really sure what happened. It looked like he was kind of grabbed by the back of the jersey and slung around there by the Southside defender. You hope that young man's okay.
Back-to-back plays. Southside had the young man go down after trying to attempt the 50-50 ball, and now we have Aaron Ward goes down. The Warriors do retain the football, but it looks like it's going to bring up a 2nd and 25. Looks like the Warriors can pick up a first down near that of the 6-yard line.
Chris, when we're talking about a 9-point game, you start thinking about special teams and field goals. I did watch Mac McGrew kick a couple of 30-yarders in warm-up in practice. I'm not sure what his range is in the game, but we'll just keep that in mind.
I trust McGrew from that distance,
Same.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Good snap to Shamar Tootle. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. He's looking left. He's going to go upfield and get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for Cottage Hill.
Yeah, so you got 2 downs to pick up 25 yards here.
Even though it wasn't a sack, we're going to call that a coverage sack. Their secondary did a good job on that combination here. We're going to have trips left. We got Metzner isolated by himself down here to the right. Ball in the center of the field. Wynn to the right. Wynn steps up, picks up a blocker. Shamar's looking to the left. He's got a receiver there. He throws it in the bucket. Just incomplete, caught out of bounds.
Yeah, Aaron Ward
Aaron
down there.
Ward's back. Aaron Ward was back.
Yep. Once again, the Warriors have a receiver behind the defense. It's the long pass is still there.
Now this is going to be 4th and forever. This is going to be 4th and all the way to Highway 80. But at the end of the day, you're in plus territory, and you're not real sure with 4:31 on the clock how many more times we're going to get the football. So we got to go for it here. I don't second guess this one bit. Whitecaps coming in, going to blow the whistle. Gets a resetting of the 40-second clock.
Well, pass pro will be the most important thing on this play, Chris said. The receivers have to get downfield for Shamar.
2 by 2, long way to go here. 4th and a Highway 80. Empty backfield. Shamar steps up, he moves left. He's trying to get rid of it, gets all the way back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a turnover on down by Cottage Hill. Panthers are going to take over on their own 36-yard line with 4:22 to play in the third quarter. And the Southside Selma Panthers lead Cottage Hill Christian Academy 31-22.
Well, here's what we know. Okay, it's a 2-score game. There's 4:22 left in the third quarter. This is still anyone's game. We moved the ball up and down the field in the first half. We scored quickly a couple of times. We've held them a couple of times. We've turned them over 3 or 4 times. So this is still anybody's game.
We've seen touchdown drives at Cottage Hill, 3 plays and 3 plays. We also seen a 3-play touchdown by Southside Selma that only took off 28 seconds. So a lot of points to be scored, but so far only 3 in the second half, and that was a field goal by Southside Selma. Southside Selma, inside run, met by a host of Warriors. Gain of 3 is going to bring up 2nd and 7 as that clock ticks in the third quarter.
Yeah, if you're Selma, you're okay with just letting this clock run. You know, pick up 2 or 3 yards here and there. It's a 2-possession game. Want to run as much of that clock off as they can, and of course our defense, a 3 and out here would be huge.
I think some people got on the phone and said, come on down to Southside High School, because it looks like this crowd has quickly multiplied here in the second half after halftime. Southside coming out, twins to the right, bubble route to the right, and Cottage Hill's all on it. Cottage Hill is all on that play. Shadarius Tootle, the Auburn commit, who's going to sign early on December the 3rd with his brother on the campus of Cottage Hill Christian Academy. 9 a.m., come out, be a part of that signing day ceremony. That was a big-time play, as Shadarius will be signing with Auburn University. We see why. That's an SEC football play right there.
Big play.
3rd and 12, Southside. Quarterback in the gun, snaps out, throws it all the way across the field to number 1. Had a guy there, makes him miss, takes it out near the first down, but I believe he's going to be short. It's going to bring up a 4th down. And it looks like 4th and about a long 2, we're going to say. But that was a very aggressive throw from the right hash all the way back to the left side of the field.
He's not scared. That quarterback is not scared. If you're listening at home, number 1 is an isolated receiver. Think DK Metcalf or Megatron. He's huge out there.
Number 1's a player, 17's a player, 3's a player, 2's a player, 8's an 8th grade quarterback, okay? 4th down right here, big 4th down by the Warriors. Got that 4-man front. Shadarius is calling plays, pointing in the backfield. Southside is going to call a timeout with 3:02 remaining in the third quarter, facing a big 4th down, leading Cottage Hill 31-22. We're going to take a quick timeout here from Southside Selma, and thank you for listening to the Warrior Way Sports Network.
At CHCA, every child is known, loved, and challenged to grow in faith and excellence. Schedule your campus visit today and discover why families choose to call the Hill home. Enrollment information is available at chcacademy.com.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, excellence isn't just a goal, it's a legacy. Our graduates have been awarded over $33 million in college scholarships over the past 3 years. Each semester, students are earning hundreds of college credit hours. The top quarter of our students post an average of 29 on the ACT and throw in 49 athletic state championships. This is the Warrior Way. For more information, visit chcacademy.org.
Welcome back to the Warrior Way Sports Network. Southside Selma's facing a 4th and 2. There's a false start.
That's a big flag right there, Chris.
False start.
Yes, sir.
By the Panthers. Back them up 5. That's going to be a 4th and 7. Cottage Hill's trying to force a turnover on downs, and Southside is inside their own 40-yard line at the 38. This would be a huge defensive stop in a 2-possession game as the number 3 ranked Southside Selma and undefeated Panthers lead the 9th ranked 10-1 Cottage Hill Warriors 31-22. Southside spreading them out 2 by 2. H-back stays in and protects quarterback. Quarterback throws from the left hash all the way to the far numbers and completes the pass. We just saw that a play earlier all the way across to bring up a 3rd and short. He did it again. He's on schedule, and he's got enough arm as an 8th grader to do it. Big play by the Panthers to move those chains into Cottage Hill territory, and they're on the move on the 40-yard line. Inside run, good run on 1st down for the Panthers. Out to Cottage Hill's 35-yard line. It's going to bring up a 2nd and medium. 2:17 to go. 50 points in the first half, 3 points in the 3rd quarter.
Sure, just like you drew it up, right?
2-by-2, quick throw out to the slot receiver. Maria's there, but it's right down at the 1st down marker. They're going to give him the 1st down, and Southside's going to move the chains again.
And Chris, they're just sticking with their offense, man. Those quick passes, they've got guys downfield as options. I mean, they're just running their offense.
It's going to be timeout Cottage Hill. Good timeout by Coach Jones.
It was.
Giving up the 4th and 7, then coming back and 2 plays later, picking up another 1st down. Just kind of regroup his defense right here. As you said earlier, Chad, 9-point games, 2 possessions. Hey, we saw some quick strikes, some quick scores. This is still a close ball game and a winnable ball game, so we just need to settle down and get a stop here. And we'll be just fine.
That's right. And, Coach Jones needs to keep their body language positive. It's tough giving up that 4th and long, but it's still, as fast as Southside goes, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to make a play down the stretch here for the Warriors defense.
Once again, great atmosphere, great 2nd-round matchup. All eyes on this top 10 matchup. A lot of people watching, a lot of commits in this game. Purdue, Auburn, West Alabama, South Alabama. And there might be some more offers after seeing some highlight films of this game tonight. This is an instant classic for sure. Southside leads 31-22 over Cottage Hill, 1:49 to go in the 3rd. Southside has a 1st down, 1st and 10 from the Cottage Hill 29-yard line. Inside run to 15. It's going to be enough for about a pickup of 2 or 3. There's Perea. There's Shadarius Tootle. There's J.J. Davis coming down here from the safety spot to get in some action.
Chris, the defense has gone back to that 3-man front there, and they stopped that run play for 1 yard. That's a positive sign when you can stop a run up the middle with a 3-man front. So now we have the 8 guys back in coverage. Hopefully we can stop that passing game.
Looks like Messner now is at nose. He's working on the center there. He's got some pressure right there. That's going to be a sack. He's going down. And guess who it is? Big 51, A.J. Green with a sack. With a sack at the 8th grade quarterback, and he's slow to get up. A.J. Green also appears to be cramping. Sacked all the way back to that of the Cottage Hill 39-yard line. Big time play right there by the Warrior D. And Chad, I don't know if you knew before the snap, it looked like Messner was at nose, okay, on that particular play. Had A.J. on the edge. A.J.'s limping off, but that's a big time play by A.J. Green there.
And able to generate that pressure with a 3-man front. Anytime you can drop 8, bring 3, and get a sack, man, that's a recipe for success for the defense. That's a big play. Interesting to note, it looks like Southside's quarterback did leave the field. Hope that young man's okay.
He is definitely a gunslinger, 8th grader, playing in this environment, putting up the numbers he's put up this year. But that was a big-time sack, big loss of yardage there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long ways, folks. 3rd and 20 here. 3rd and 24. That is Southside. It's going to be a zone read. He's going to fake the give. And there it is, coming downhill. There he is, Mr. J.J. Davis coming from that safety spot. See run and come downhill like a missile, and he made a great play. It's going to bring up 4th and about 18 for Southside.
J.J. Davis, such a leader, man. Not only with his play, but, I mean, his body language. He's running around telling these guys, hey, man, get fired up. He's just one of those guys you got to have on D.
4th and 18, 13 on the game clock, 15 on the play clock. Southside's going to take this to the 4th quarter as they're already jogging off the field. So at the end of 3 here in Selma, the number 3 ranked Southside Selma Panthers 31, the number 9 ranked Cottage Hill Christian Academy Warriors 22 here in the second round contest. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back with 12 minutes of exciting football here in the fourth quarter in Selma on the Warrior Way Sports Network.
At Cottage Hill Christian Academy, athletics are more than competition. They're a platform for leadership, character, and faith in action. From the classroom to the playing field, Warrior athletes are learning to glorify God in all they do. Through your partnership, we're creating spaces where young men and women can grow, compete, and lead with purpose. Together, we're not just building facilities, we're building the fields of the future and the lasting legacy of Warrior excellence. Thank you for supporting the Warrior Club. Follow us on social media for updates and events.
Warrior Nation, mark your calendars. The CHCA Legacy Golf Tournament is set for Friday, March 21st at Magnolia Grove. Grab your friends and join us for a great morning of golf, community, and Warrior pride. Stay tuned for registration and sponsorship details. Make plans now to be part of the Legacy Golf Tournament on March 21st. We will see you there.
Welcome back here to Selma, Alabama, as we start the fourth quarter with Southside leading Cottage Hill 31-22. 12 minutes to go. Fourth down play by the Panthers. They're trying to get outside on an option, and guess who's there? Shadarius Tootle, the Auburn commit, and guess who else is coming downhill? That's Cole Perea, the outside backer. Big turnover and downs for the Warriors, and we got some life down by 9 as we enter the fourth quarter here, Chad.
They try to run sideline to sideline on number 1. It has not worked all year. Shadarius Tootle's a headhunter, man. Elite speed, closed on that play. That never had a chance for Southside.
We got to get something going offensively right here. Got to get points on the board. 11:52 to go in the game. Second round of the playoffs. Heavyweight matchup. It has not disappointed. 50 points in the first half. Defenses adjust. Only 3 in the second. Cottage Hill comes out 2 by 2. Shamar Tootle with a snap, steps up, and he is going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Cottage Hill.
Chris, pass pro's been a little bit of a problem here in the second half. You know, look to maybe hit some quick screens or something, extend the running game out to the sidelines.
Once again, Southside Selma with that 5-man front, 1-17 as those overhang ends. They're pretty good. Trips to the left. Shamar's looking downfield. He sees Travis Smith across the middle on the dadgum, on the drag route, wide open.
The reason for the audible gasp and the quietness, Caden Wynn released out into the left flat and was running down the sideline. There was not a defender within 20 yards of him, and we all saw it. But, of course, when you've got live bullets flying at you, it's hard to see, man.
Good play design. Still going to be 3rd and 10. 11:16 to go. Trips left. Shamar's flushed out to the right. No protection there, and he's going to take a big sack on 3rd down. Chris, going to bring up 4th and 20 for Cottage Hill.
For the second straight play, Southside lets the running back release out into the left flat and down the sideline like a wheel route, and there's nobody within 20 yards of him, but the pressure was just so great that Shamar just didn't have time to scan the field and see him. That was J.J. Davis down there just trotting down the sideline saying, throw me the ball.
Number 1-17 for Southside, man. They get out there in that 7 and 9, man, and they just overhang guys, and they can absolutely go. Yep. Warriors in punt formation. 10:31 to go. Perea booms it, booms the punt. Retreats Southside Selma all the way back to their own 30. Decent coverage by the Warriors. Going to force him out of bounds just across the 40-yard line of Southside Selma. Southside Selma's going to set up there 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line with 10:19 to go. But yeah, Chad, I was speechless. We had the drag route was open. We also had a guy running up the sidelines, but I'm telling you, that pressure by Southside
Can't see it.
It's just, man, it's just tough. Yep. It is tough.
They honestly, it almost looked like they just let that wheel route go, Chris, because they knew that pressure was going to get there.
Well, hey, we forced plenty of turnovers in the first half. Let's see if we can do it here. Looks like Southside is going to be content running the football, and they run it right up the middle. They get a gain of about 7 or 8 on that play.
Yeah, that's Connor LaShore, Shadarius Tootle just playing their hearts out there at the linebacker position.
Going to bring up a second and short, 9:55 to go. Clock's rolling. Cottage Hill down 31-22 on the road here in the second round of the Alabama High School Athletic Association playoffs. And this is something rare. Southside's taking this play clock inside 10, still looking towards the sidelines. We're going to get a steady dose of a two-set backfield. They're going to run a little counter action. And Metzner read it from the backside. Scrapes down the line for a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and a long 3 here. But Metzner from that defensive end position saw it, read it, scraped down the line on the counter play, that 2-back counter by Southside Selma.
So it's about a 3rd and 3, Chris, from midfield. You got to think that Southside's probably looking at this as a 2-play situation here. No chance they're going to punt right here if they get stopped.
2-back formation, running lead to the left. He finds some room, and he falls forward just for the first down, and that's going to move the sticks, it looks like.
Hold on, Will. Don't move.
They haven't signaled first down yet, Chris. It's close. Yep, there you go.
I'm looking where I'm sitting right here. It's amazing that I'm on the 47-yard line, and I am dead in line with it.
Yep.
So when I said he fell forward, it's almost like I'm the line judge here, and I went ahead and gave it to him, unfortunately. 8:23 to go. Clock still ticking. Southside is going to be content in running the football. Play clock is inside 10 seconds. And they're going to have a 2-back formation, H-back to the left. And they're going to run that counter this time to the right, and the counter's not working for them. 2-back counter right there. Got counter action in the backfield, but I don't think they had anybody pulling there. So that's 2 plays in a row. That's not going to happen.
No, and they're gonna burn as much of this 40-second clock as they can between each play. Like you said, we haven't seen this all game, but of course the strategy's changed. They're up 2 scores. It's 7:45 on the clock and running, and they're not even ready to line up yet.
2nd and 10, 15 on the play clock. Everybody standing Southside looking at the sidelines. It's going to be a steady run. You know it's going to be. 2 backs, H-back to the left, 2 receivers. Oh, play action pass. He pops it out to that H-back. They've had some success with that play tonight, releasing the H-back into the flats. And they pick it up again here for a gain of about 5 or 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and medium.
Sure is. I think that took the whole stadium by surprise. You wouldn't expect them to put the ball in the air at all with risk stopping the clock, but they complete it. And, yep, here it is, a big 3rd down right here.
3rd down. Southside Selma in Cottage Hill territory. Ball on the left hash, 41-yard line. Southside's driving left to right or north to south or to Highway 80, however you want to say it. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 to each side of the 8th grade quarterback. He looks, he pumps, he throws it across the field. Left hash to the right numbers again. He's going to be a little short. He's going to be a little short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down. It's got to be. That's a generous spot, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's 4th down, and Chris, this is going to be do or die at this point. Clock at 6:20 and running. Looks like it's going to be about 4th and a foot. They're going to stop the clock and measure.
Timeout on the field, 6:14 to go for a measurement. Cottage Hill fans holding up to 5th, saying it's 4th down.
Specifically, our stat keeper and scoreboard operator all year, 7th grader Wyatt Anderson, made the trip up with us. Happy to have him with us.
Wyatt Anderson.
Happens to be my son.
And he loves to eat chicken. I tell you what, he's had a steady dose of chicken today.
Oh, yeah, man, he is going to turn into a chicken after the day he's had.
Here comes the measurement. Caden Wiggins clapping. It's going to be 4th down.
Oh, 4th and a couple of links, Chris.
That's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be honest with you.
Me too. And this is a big play in this game. You know, a first down would allow them to run off another, you know, probably 160 seconds, I guess, close to it, the way that they're taking it all the way down. So this is a must stop.
It's about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes you can run off. 6:14 to go. There's a lot of people in the stadium a little upset by the spot, but hey, it is what it is. 4th down. Warriors need to stop right here. Ball is on just short of the 37, and it looks like he's got to make the 37. This is where the Warriors defense has got to have a ball key right here. Do not jump.
That's right.
Hard count could come. This is almost like a two-point play that they've been running with the tush push. Southside's looking to the sideline. Clock's running. Play clock's inside 10. Now they're going to get ready. 17 in motion. It's direct snap to 17 on the quarterback sneak. As he came in motion, he got under center. That's a big-time play by a big-time player. And Southside's going to move the change with 5:47 to go.
Yeah, that's a good play by that young man. Actually, when he first took the snap, it looked like he was stymied a little bit. Went to the right there, had a little surge, and got the needed yardage there to get a first down. So now 5:35 and the clock running. And as you said, you know, you can take almost 3 minutes off the clock. So going to have to make a play here, Chris.
Southside's up by 9, 31-22, 5:22 to go. Clock's ticking. Southside's just staring to the sidelines, waiting to get a play. Play clock's down to 8. Very methodical. Cottage Hill's looking for a tackle in the strip. Lead play to the left. Pretty good run on first down, picking up about 3, maybe 4. And you can see that young 8th grade quarterback, Moody, making sure that mesh point is in the stomach of the running back as they run lead off tackle to the left.
He sure does. And Caleb Metzner showing his hand strength there. It's hard to bring down that big number 17, man. Caleb Metzner grabs him by his shirt and rips part of his shirt off, pulling him down. But yeah, I've noticed that this quarterback is very intentional, handing the ball off, and then gives the running back a pat on the back, almost like, here you go.
Real impressed with the moxie of the 8th grade quarterback and really just Southside team in general. There's a reason why they're ranked number 3. Southside has to burn a timeout as the play clock was going down. 4:22 to go in the game. That's their second timeout of the half. Coach is a little upset at the quarterback, his son. They did not get the snap off, so he had to burn a timeout, which is going to still bring up a 2nd and about 6. But you might want to save that timeout for a little bit later on. Cottage Hill has 2 timeouts remaining, trailing by 9. But I'll be honest with you, Chad, as we go to a public service announcement by Alabama High School Athletic Association, win or lose, the name of the game is sportsmanship in our education-based high school athletics. The lesson learned on the court and in the bleachers is good sports or winners no matter what the score. Support high school athletics with good sportsmanship. A public service message from the Alabama High School Athletic Association. And let me tell you something. Both teams have played hard, okay? They kept it in between the lines and the whistles tonight. Yeah, they getting a little excited here and there, but at the end of the night, they're playing hard, and this is what a second-round matchup should look like.
It's been a great football game, sure has.
31-22, Southside leads Cottage Hill, 4:22 to go, 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a bad snap, ball's on the ground. Almost recovered by Cottage Hill.
Oh, my goodness.
That was what we were looking for right there. We had someone coming in like a missile. Who was that, Perea? Or somebody had maybe an opportunity. I'm not real sure.
Perea was there, yeah. Josh McCants standing there. Man, we really had an opportunity to get on that ball. And just, I think it was called Perea, just, excited, overran it.
Just squirted away. But it's all right. It brings up a 3rd and 9, 3:51. 21 seconds on the play clock. They snapped the ball. Nobody has any idea what's going on. Ball is incomplete. incomplete pass. I'm not really sure what happened.
Yeah.
I think the center snapped the ball, okay?
Yep.
Quarterback was looking around. Nobody on either side, offense or defense, was moving. Finally, the outside receiver for Southside just ran a vert up the sidelines, throws the ball up, and luckily, Nate Sims was over there.
Yeah, Zycast Thomas came and cleaned it up, man. That was a good play by him to knock that away.
What a huge break on back-to-back plays. Had the bad snap. We almost recovered the fumble. Now we ran into a situation where they snapped the football and they wasn't ready. Play clock's now inside 5, and they're facing a 4th and 9, and they're not lined up yet. They get the snap off. I'm not sure all guys were set, and they were not. That's going to be a false start. Back in Southside up another 5. It's going to bring up 4th and double stakes with 3:38 to go. And they spot the ball at the Cottage Hill 39-yard line on the right hash. And Southside has some of their skill players getting the play from the coach. Running it all the way in to the quarterback. 12 seconds on the play clock. Southside twins to the left. He's going to look to throw the deep ball. He throws the deep ball out there too. Oh my goodness, late flags everywhere. The pass was incomplete, and guess what's going to happen? 4th and double stakes. The outside receiver runs a double move, and not only flags come in from the back judge, and it's going to be pass interference on Cottage Hill. It's got to be, but unfortunately, I don't think that's a call you make with 3:30 left in a good football game.
Well, I agree with you. Nate Sims has been on the wrong end of a lot of calls that I would say were just really good coverage. That time down there in position, they threw the flag on him.
Those officials have a tough job out there, and I know they're seeing it live and calling it live. Just unfortunately, we've been on the short end of the stick of maybe some 50-50 calls, but we appreciate our officials. Here we go. 2-back set. There's a lead to the left. Inside run. Picks up near 10 yards on the gain. That's 3:20, and the clock's ticking. Southside Selma leads 31-22.
I sure do like watching J.J. Davis play football, Chris. He came up and took that running back on one-on-one, made a form tackle on him. He's still just absolutely playing lights out, man.
With that first down, brings up another first down, 1st and 10. They can pick up a first down without scoring here. It'll be 1st and 10. It looks like from maybe the 11.5, 12-yard line. Ball in the center of the field. They're going to take the clock down as far as they can go. 4 on the play clock. 2-back set, H-back to the right. Almost a high snap, giving off to the lead right there. Met again by, guess who? J.J. Davis. He's still playing hard. He's still excited, trying to lay the lumber. And we got a timeout on the field by Cottage Hill. Cottage Hill is forced to take their second timeout of the half.
Chris, a question for you. There's 2:34 remaining in the game. You're down 9, okay? And they're running the ball pretty good. They could still get another first down. At some point, do you just let them score and try to go down 16 and try to score twice? It looks like they're methodically running this clock out, and if you don't touch the ball again, you have no shot.
I understand what you're saying, but I will also say this, Chad. If we wouldn't have just had a bad snap and an opportunity to recover it, if they wouldn't have just went ahead and snapped it and nobody knew what was going on, I think with an 8th grade quarterback in this situation, 2:34 to go, you might have to make that decision at some point. I still think it's a little too early just to let them go because at the end of the day, that's going to put them up a minimum of 15 to 17 points, okay?
Right.
Now, you still 2-possession game regardless. It's going to be 2 scores. But I think there's going to be a time where you might say, hey, you're going to have to let them score. But right now, I think we're still in a good situation with 1 timeout left, 2nd and, 7. Let's see what happens. They're throwing it. They throw the football right there. Play action pass. Play action pass. I can't believe they threw the football. It was nearly picked off. See, that's why maybe why you don't let them score, Chad.
Well, sure, yeah. You never know what's going to happen in these games. When you're thinking about it mathematically, if with a first down, they could essentially run the clock out. And that's why I thought maybe letting them score, if you can hold them to 15, at least you get the ball back. But you're right. I mean, anything can happen.
So, yeah, right there they chose to run a play-action pass, and he just lobbed it up over the middle, and it was nearly picked. Pass was incomplete, so it's actually essentially a timeout for Cottage Hill, to be honest with you.
Great play for Cottage Hill.
2:29 on the clock. Cottage Hill trails 31-22. That's still a two-possession game, but it brings up a third, and I'm going to say 7. That's my best viewpoint as we go from here. Definitely on a running play here, I'd burn the timeout. They don't pick up the first down, burn the timeout here.
For sure.
Save what clock we can. 2-back formation. It's going to be almost a little counter play. Here comes J.J. Davis coming up with a big hit. He's going to be short around the 5-yard line. Coach Jones elects not to use the timeout, and I guess save that possibly on offense. This is going to bring up a 4th and short. 2:08, 2:07. 23 on the play clock, so we're going to look at 1:40 before they have to snap it here. 1:40 before they have to snap it.
So I guess, Chris, what you said, the only reason you wouldn't burn the time out there so you'd have it on offense?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, because it seems to me like stopping the clock with 2:20 would have – but, hey, we're up here.
So Southside's going to burn the timeout with 1:41 before taking the delay of game. That's their last timeout of the half. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you got the running game going, you get them stopped. I said it before the play, but hey, at the end of the day, it's 4th down. The clock stopped at 1:40. You get a stop right here. You're going to get the ball back with a long way to go.
Long way to go. Yep.
But here's still a 2-possession game. You got to get 2 scores. The question then would come down is, if we do get the ball back and you get in field goal range, do you try to keep the field goal? Because you got to, so it's 6 of one, half dozen other. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, but at the end of the day, our guys have played hard. Scoring 22 in the first half and not putting any up on the board in the second half. But here's the deal. Southside's only scored 3 in the second half. So what a tale of 2 halves. When we're talking about tale of the tape in these 2 heavyweight matchups, tale of 2 halves right here. So it's going to be 4th and short. This is a big 4th down play right here. They're going to shift a little bit. They got a lineman, it looks like, that's standing up in the slot like a receiver. It's going to be a sweep to the left.
Oh, we burned a timeout there, Chris.
Cottage Hill burns a timeout on defense. Everybody knew when they lined the lineman up as a point guy in the trips formation, he wasn't going out for a pass. It had to be a student body to the left, and that's what they was trying to do there. And we didn't shift, or Coach Jones saw something he didn't like. He burned the timeout prior to the snap. Because this is the play of the game right here.
This is it, yeah. If they get a first down here, it would be over. They'd be able to just kneel the ball and run the clock out.
This would be the time, if you don't get the 4th down stop, to let him score. This is the time, Chad.
Well, if they get a first down, they're not going to try to score, I wouldn't think.
No, what I'm trying to say is, as a play is developing,
I see, yeah,
and you don't let them go. Because you're talking about 4th and 2 right here.
Yep.
But all it is 3 yards, score, touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So therefore, if you don't meet the guy in the hole and he gets the edge, let him score, and then let's put our eggs in the basket of the 2-point play, which we know that which they will do. But it's 1:41 to go. Tell you guys to get the stop here, and that's all that matters.
That's right.
Big heavy formation right here for Selma. Same thing. Looks like they're going to run student body to the left because they motion out to the left. They come back to the right on the counter play. He tries to throw a jump pass.
Touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. What a play by Southside. It looked like they were going to run student body to the left, which I do think they were going to run before we called timeout. This time they run the counter action back. And then, of course, release to one receiver and throw a jump ball, and that's like a guy going up and getting a rebound right there, Chad.
Interestingly enough, though, that's the one play that keeps the game alive for Cottage Hill. We've got to stop them on this conversion and have 2 scores. If they get a first down there, the game's over. So
37-22, 2-point conversion right here. Southside leads by 15. Outside receiver jumps, no whistle. That's a big play there. He jumps, no flag. 2-point conversion's good. 39-22. That's a 17-point game, which stretches it out to 3 possessions.
Yeah.
With 1:34 to go.
I don't think I've ever seen a receiver go early and almost fall down, get back up, and there was no call. But, hey, again, we're up here. It's hard to see down there. And, that's a big play by Southside.
Good sportsmanship is a top priority for the Alabama High School Athletic Association and our member schools. While you enjoy this outstanding event, please give all student athletes your positive support and encouragement. Bullying, taunting, and derogatory remarks directed at opponents or contest officials are unsportsmanlike and unacceptable. Public service address announcement by the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Great game by both teams, 39-22 Southside. 1:34 remaining. We still play the game to the end. 3-possession game. Hey, might take this to the house. Who knows? Get an onside kick and let's go. But I think we need to fight and finish the season like Warriors, like we should. As long as there's time on the clock, we still got a chance. 1:34, you got to believe. Southside's going to be on the right hash, kicking to their sideline, of course. Comes off his foot sideways. It's going to be fielded by that of one of the guys on the front line. Looks like Connor LaShore. It's going to be on Cottage Hill's own 44-yard line with 1:31. Cottage Hill offense is saying, all right, we got to go.
Got to go
quick.
quick.
No timeouts left. Get out of bounds. You also got Big Ben clock play. You move the chains, you got to get the guys set. That's your timeouts now, which is exchanging it for a down. But we got trips left. Wins to the right of Shamar Tootle. Shamar's looking, hits Messner across the middle on the slant route, close to the first down marker. They're going to call him a yard short. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Clock still going, 1:18 and counting. Same formation, trips left, Shamar in the gun, Caden Wynn to the right. Got Caden Wiggins in at tight end to the right. Ball thrown short to Travis Smith on the wheel route. Official calls it incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, well, just, probably down to a few more plays, Chris. And, regardless, man, how fun has this team been to watch all year?
Absolutely, Chad. It's been a great season. We still got 105. I'm holding out hope.
Of course.
Trips to the left, Win to the right. Shamar Tootle drops back. He looks deep. A little miscommunication between Aaron Ward there. Safety rolled over the top. It's going to be very tough to throw the ball vertically down the field, down 3 possessions with 57 seconds to go, but you got to give it your best shot, and that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and they're dropping people back like they're supposed to. They've got a guy in the middle of the field way deep to just keep everything in front of them.
39-22. 57 seconds remaining. Quarterback leads. Shamar's got some room on the outside to the right. He's running up the middle. He's going to hit the sideline. He's coming back across the field. He gets all the way down to the Southside Selma 19-yard line. 47 seconds to go. It's going to bring up a first down, Cottage Hill.
Man, you love to see that out of Shamar. Still playing hard, man. Offensive line's up. Let's go.
Clock is now rolling, 43 and counting. Shamar steps back, throws it to Messner. Messner was draped. He had a cape on his back, and that cape was number 7.
Yeah.
No flag.
Yeah. The kids all say 6'7". Well, you had 6'7" right there. Number 6 running free and 7 on his back. Oh, you don't know about that one.
I know all about it. I'm a headmaster at Cottage Hill. Shamar back to pass. Releases Wiggins. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Chris, I think that's the first time I've seen Caden Wiggins targeted this year for a pass. Maybe I've mistaken, but don't get to see him targeted, man. He's a big target down the field.
No, we actually did throw either it was a throwback screen or released him in the flats one time.
Okay.
He had a big pick tonight. Proud of him.
Yes, he did.
All right, so now Pre-snap penalty flag on the play. It's going to say false start on Cottage Hill. 39-22, 33 seconds to go. 10-win season, second round of the playoffs, all doing it while in 3A. Made a lot of history for Cottage Hill football, and to be honest with you, a lot of guys coming back. 6 seniors, extremely proud of them on the year. 2 of them definitely have already committed. Shadarius Tootle has committed to Auburn. He'll be signing on early signing day, December the 3rd, with his older brother, Shadrick Jr., on the campus of Cottage Hill Christian Academy at 9 o'clock. We also have Caleb Messner, who's committed to South, who is scheduled to sign early as well. 25 seconds, Shamar Tootle drops back, throws the ball in the end zone, and it's going to be picked off by Southside. Interception, Southside Selma. Panthers 39, Cottage Hill 22, 22 seconds remaining here in this second round matchup. But going back, proud of our 6 seniors. Can't say enough about each and every one of them. A lot of guys coming back. I mentioned earlier, 70 guys in the program, 7 through 12. We're losing 6, and we're picking up more than 6 7th graders. So these guys to get back to work, because let me tell you, last year they were back in the weight room on the Monday after defeating St. Luke's to end the regular season and go 3-7. I know they'll be doing the same thing this coming Monday, but nothing to hang our head about. 10 wins, 10-2 on the year. As I said before, first time since 2018. Similar story. Difference was 2A, 3A. Grateful for this Coach Jones's leadership. 2-8, 3-7, and 10-2 on the year. Southside tries to get it out from the shadow of the goalpost as he attempted to run it out of the end zone. Southside has defeated Cottage Hill in the second round of the Class 3A Alabama High School Athletic Association playoffs by a score of 39-22. But at one time, Glenwood was leading 20. But once again, Cottage Hill Christian Academy, historical season, 10-2. Proud of our 6 seniors. Chad, anything else you would like to add about this group?
Man, it's been fun. I really have never been this close to a football program in this regard, and just seeing these kids on and off the field, getting to know some of them off the field, running into Caden Wynn, knowing that he's my neighbor, and these are good kids, man. On and off the field, they play hard. They're respectful. I talk to some of them after the game sometimes and just tell them they had a good game. They stop and they turn their shoulders and look at you in the eye. And you can just tell it's such a great culture, man. It's reflective of our school. It's reflective of you. It's reflective of Coach Jones. And y'all just do a great job with these kids, man. And it's just
once again, a lot of talented student athletes on this field tonight, both for Southside and Cottage Hill. Once again, thank you for those kind words about the program, Mr. Chad Anderson. Once again, very, very proud to be a Cottage Hill Warrior. Just bleed blue and gold. Once again, these guys will be back at work. And this has been fun. We piloted this thing under the leadership of Katie West 2 seasons ago when we rolled up to Flomaton High School, and we didn't have a clue what we were doing. And we made the commitment that next year we was going to do this. And we got that bonus game in, which was traveling to the second round and doing our 6th game this year. So we're looking to continue to do this and branch out and actually do other sports. So if you want to be a part, or if you have some ideas for the Warrior Way Sports Network, please reach out to our communications director, Katie West. As we watch this thing grow for years to come, we love to support our kids. We love to highlight our school and our students. But we're just grateful. And as both teams are at midfield closing out the night, Southside Selma will be moving on to the quarters. Cottage Hills praying it up, and of course talking about the season and what a great season it was under the leadership of Coach Jones. But Katie, we're grateful for you. Thank you for taking time out of 6 Friday nights to join us on the road. This doesn't happen without you. We got a beautiful setup. We're almost pros at this now. I also want to thank Pronto Inc., Sean Smith and Pronto Pond for the generator that we're able to use and broadcast our games. Thank you to American Waste Solutions for our hotspot. We're not going to turn that in. We're going to keep that, okay, for the Warrior Way Sports Network. I want to thank Brad Newton for helping us out with stats and scores throughout the year. And as you mentioned, Wyatt Anderson earlier, 7th grader on Warrior here, helping us out with stats when he comes to away games as well. But to our listeners out there, nothing to hang your head about. Cottage Hill Christian Academy is trending in the right direction. We're grateful for this football program, and just ask that you pray for Travel Mercies Home for our program and to all that's on the road. Thank you to Warrior Nation for showing up tonight and supporting this football team all year. And we look forward to seeing you soon at an event. We're a week away from Thanksgiving week. We hope that our families show that attitude of gratitude, and thank a fellow Warrior for all they do at Cottage Hill and how they represented us on the field tonight. We love you guys. As always, we're signing off. Shields up, swords out. From Selma, Alabama, Cottage Hill Christian Academy football. We love you. We're grateful for a wonderful, historic 10-2 season. May God bless and go Warriors.